receiving the kick. And back deep for Snow College. We'll have that for you here shortly, but the center this year is going to be, or the quarterback is Tommy McGrath. He's a walk-on freshman. He was on campus in the spring, ran the redshirt teams, or not the redshirt, the scout teams against the defense. And if you caught in the pregame, he told Coach before he left, he says, "Coach, I'm going to come back and I'm going to compete for that starting job." Coach wasn't sure what to think about that, but here he is, walk-on freshman, and he is the starting quarterback for the Snow College Badgers.
You like a guy that wants to be QB1, that's for sure. And telling the coach that he's going to come back after running the scout team, that's a QB1 for you. You betcha. Good for him.
We've got Sione Malisi will be back for the Badgers in the backfield. Carson Manukin as well. Those are some key names from last year. And also Seth Kalin probably will not play much in this game. Fair catch signal for on the opening kickoff as we are underway, and the Badgers will start first and 10 from the 27 is where they're going to mark it.
Yeah, the up man for the Badgers obviously just been told that, if it's kicked short like that, take it right there. We'll take it with 70 yards between us and the end zone and see what the Badgers can do with their opening drive of the 2021 season.
I'm excited to see what happens here. The Badgers do return some key men on the offensive line, so that's going to be a big thing for them. Targi Lamson is going to be actually the go-to guy here on this first possession in the backfield, and that's a new name as well. So
Timpview, right?
Yeah,
I think he was a Timpview kid, if I remember from last year in high school, or maybe it was 2 years ago. But yeah, Timpview kid.
Two wideouts split wide to the left, two wideouts wide to the right for the quarterback, Tommy McGrath. McGrath takes the snap, hands it off. The Badgers fumble it on the very first play, and it looks like Gordons might have come up with it. They did. So the Badgers on the very first possession, just a mishandling of the ball between Tommy McGrath and Targi Lamson.
So just a little bit different than last year's first play.
Yeah, very
the exact opposite this year. Turn it back over to Gordons. We'll see what the Badger defense can do. Badger defense really, offense gets a lot of the credit for their run to the national championship game last year. Put up a lot of points, ran for a lot of yards, but their defense was tough. A couple of tough defensive ends playing at the next level, and so we'll see what they get this year.
Yeah, the Badgers have pretty much a new defensive line. They've got some linebackers that are back from last year. Brandon Falau, Eric Falau, twin brothers on the linebacking core. And we'll see. I'll check it here in just a minute. But there's the handoff, and right there in the middle to stop things is Cortez Hogans. That's the name I was going to look for. That's the name that Coach Erickson is very, very high on. He thinks this guy could be better than anybody that has come out of Snow College on that defensive line.
Wow, and that's saying something.
That is.
Snow College has had some great four-year and NFL players, really.
Right.
So, yeah, that's a good stop on the first play, Cortez Hogans.
Cortez Hogans, a transfer from Northern Illinois. He was here in January, but could not play in the spring, but now eligible to play here. And he lines up on that left defensive end. Back to pass is Gordons going down the sidelines. Got a man out there, thrown over, out of bounds. I don't think that is catchable. I know this is going to be a flag. It's going to be called on Xavier Span. But you watch where this ball lands out of bounds. Well, maybe he could have caught it, but it sure looked like it was out of bounds.
Yeah, that would have been a tough one. We watched in the pregame
they're going to call offensive pass interference.
Okay.
Wow.
Yeah, even the referee in the middle of the field. There we go.
Oh, there they go. They changed it. It is on the defense, so it's going to be an automatic first down.
Okay, now that they get that call in, we watched them warming up, Gordon's, and number 7 for them, their quarterback, Landon Webster, looks like a college quarterback, 6'3", 220, a big kid out there. He threw a tight spiral, and they worked on those little fade routes that you just saw right there almost exclusively with him in the pregame.
Well, they're trying to pick on Xavier Span on that far side. Now a little confusion, but they're going to be set up shotgun formation once again. Handoff is going to go to the running back, and that goes nowhere. On the carry is Mike Frank.
Ball came out late, but it looks like they'll call that dead. He definitely forward progress was stopped, but that Snow College defensive line just rallying to the ball. If you watch this replay here, just violently taking down the runner.
And that definitely forward progression was stopped. They'll mark it back at the 23-yard line, so a loss of 5. Maybe a loss of 6.
Owen Fa'amoe? Did I say that right?
Fa'amoe.
Yeah, with the stop there for the Badgers. Looks like he's lining up there in the defensive end position. Maybe an outside linebacker, kind of a rush outside backer there.
Also Saletti Fevoliaki on that far side. And now they're going to stop things for a second. Oh, they're going to take a timeout. So our first timeout of the game is going to be taken here. We'll take the timeout as well. We'll call it a Utah Heritage Credit Union timeout. Utah Heritage Credit Union for auto, ATV, mortgage, and new home construction loans. And if you go in, be sure and ask for the Voice of the Badger discount when you talk to Greg Sterner.
There you go.
We'll be back with more right after this.
San Pete Steel in Moroni was founded in 1994 and is one of the major steel construction companies in the Intermountain West, specializing in structural steel fabrication and erection. San Pete Steel's impressive portfolio includes the Hale Theater in Sandy and structures on the campuses of the University of Utah, BYU, and UVU. San Pete Steel in Moroni, where their motto is done right and on time, at 685 East Main in Moroni. Call 800-261-1026, 800-261-1026, or sanpetesteel.com.
At Intermountain San Pete Valley Hospital, we know that life may be different right now. We are ensuring your confidence and safety with things like temperature checks and constant disinfecting of patient areas. We are doing everything possible for COVID-19, but there is essential care beyond the virus. Broken arms haven't stopped. Heart and stroke emergencies continue to happen. Babies continue to be born. So please don't put off the care you need, especially for stroke-like symptoms or other urgent care needs. We're here for you. Intermountain San Pete Valley Hospital.
And welcome back. And after the timeout, Gordon's runs a little pass out in the flats, a little flare pass, and coming up and making the tackle, Austin Francis from his DB position, and that's going to lose yardage again. So a loss of, what do you think, another 5 yards? It looks like it's going to bring up a third and close to 20.
Yeah, trying to run a little screen pass there to break down that aggressive defensive line for Snow College, and just didn't work. Great tackle there by Francis.
So a big third down here for Gordon's, the Panthers of Gordon's. Single running back in the backfield, trips wide left. And quarterback, long snap count, low snap, back to pass under pressure, flag on the play, and that's going to be very close to intentional grounding. There is nobody over there.
Well, there's nobody over there. He's out of the pocket, but it doesn't make it to
the
line of scrimmage. So. And yeah, I think there's going to be a holding in the backfield here. That Snow College defensive line is just running over the Panther offensive line. Panthers are going to have to just, all night, they're just going to have to do something quick. Quick little passes are, because that defensive line for Snow is just ears pinned back.
And Cortez Hogan's not alone in there. As we mentioned earlier, Saletti Fevoliaki also in there, but it looks like they are going to call intentional grounding.
We have 2 penalties on the play, both by the offense. Holding, offense number 62.
So holding is the first penalty. That's going to be declined. And intentional grounding is the second.
Yeah. Intentional grounding comes with that loss of down. So obviously that's the one you'll call at the spot of the foul. So that'll be 4th and halfway to Manti to get a first down here, just outside the end zone.
This is a huge. And
about 32.
Yeah, it doesn't look like they're going to punt it. Looks like they're going to go for it here. Or maybe they'll do a quick kick out of the shotgun formation. Badgers coming with 4 rush. They're going to go for it. Stepping up in the pocket. Hit as he tries to throw it. And it comes loose. A good heads-up play by one of the offensive linemen to come up with the loose ball. I don't think his arm was in motion. That was definitely fumble.
Yeah, Davion Rucker for Gordon's comes up with that. Just really if he wouldn't have came up with that, somebody from Snow would have probably scooped and taken it back for 6. I hand it to Landon Webster to stand up after that one as quick as he did, because he took a shot.
I'm just surprised that they went for it. Even if you just do a little pooch kick, you want to try to pin back the Badgers. Now Snow College actually has really good field position, as they're going to mark it at the 42-yard line.
So I wonder if they're calling that an incomplete pass there, because he definitely fell on that forward. Or do you know what it is? I think, Gary,
you can't
on
fumble
4th
it forward.
down, you can't fumble it forward. Yeah,
I think you're right.
Yep, on a 4th down, you can't do that.
So the Badgers will have their second possession. Hopefully have a few more opportunities than last time. But going down in the backfield is going to be Tommy McGrath.
Yeah, sack there for the defensive line for the Panthers. Good job by the defensive line for the Panthers. They've got some size out there, you can see. So 2 offensive plays for Snow, and they fumbled the first one and went backwards on the second one. So they got to clean something up here.
Vashon Plazer, is that how you would pronounce that? On the outside, on the DN, able to put some pressure. Now a handoff, and taking it straight up the middle is Targi Lamson. Lamson carries 3 Panthers before he finally goes down. He's going to get the first down, and he's going to get into Panther territory at the 45-yard line.
Yeah, Targi Lamson wasn't going down with the first hit there. He carried a couple of Panthers, as you mentioned, Gary, past that first down marker. So nice little run for him. What do we got, about 18-yard run or so?
So again, Lamson in the backfield behind McGrath. McGrath with 2 wideouts to the right, 1 to the left. Handoff goes to Lamson again. Lamson another big hole, and Lamson another big gain. He's going to be out, maybe a gain of 7 this time. Not quite a first down.
Yeah, he hits the hole hard, man. He's hitting that. If you're going to be a defensive lineman or a linebacker coming up and filling that gap, you are going to feel Targi Lamson coming through the line.
And he gets to the hole quick.
Yeah.
3 wideouts split wide to the left, 1 to the right for McGrath. McGrath in the shotgun with Lamson to his left. Back to pass, has time, now throws it to Lamson out in the flats. Makes the first man miss, lowers his head and gets forward. Maybe a gain of a yard is all.
A lot of action there for about a 2-yard gain. Targi Lamson, though, again, makes the first man miss. Nice little juke move in the backfield. He's been the whole offense for the Badgers, at least the positive offense tonight. You can see what they like about this freshman.
Sione Malisi has checked in. Now the Badgers go with 2 running backs in the backfield. So Malisi on the right, Lamson on the left for McGrath. McGrath, high snap, hands it off to Lamson. Again, Lamson's got the first down, moves the pile forward and gets inside the 35, mark it near the 32-yard line.
Lamson with another Snow College.
Another first down for the Badgers there. Lamson, nice run. You can... Man, you just like a kid running that hard out of the backfield. You can tell Gordon's Sports Academy is, as we talked about in the pregame a little bit there, they are improved over last year for sure.
Definitely. So 1st and 10 for the Badgers, getting near the red zone. Malisi stays in. Lamson gets his first rest. McGrath over the middle, got a man open. Inside the 10-yard line, and finally taken down near the 8-yard line. On the reception is going to be Dawson Tanner, who came from the slot receiver and just came across the middle, and a little drop off to him as he clears through underneath the linebackers.
Yeah, you see that one linebacker step up and try and rush into the quarterback, and the Snow line did a good job to pick it up, and then it left that void for the completion.
So the Badgers 1st and goal now. In motion is Larson. They hand it off to Larson. And Larson stopped inside the 5-yard line. Taylor Larson on the carry, a.k.a. Superman.
Oh, all right.
That's his nickname on the team.
All right.
And he does everything for the Badgers.
Down to the 1-yard line.
Returns punts. He used to return kickoffs. I didn't see him on the opening kickoff, and he'll line up in that slot to the right. Split wide to the right is Elijah Irvin. And 2 men in the backfield. That's Malisi. And somebody else has checked in. It's not Lamson. I'll have to check that. I can't see it right now. Handoff to Malisi. Nobody touches Malisi. He's into the end zone, touchdown. Carson Manukin, who was in. So the Badgers take it 58 yards and come away with a touchdown.
Yeah, Malisi, you could have drove a truck through that hole in the line on the left side. Nobody from Gordon's even stepping up, filling that hole, just taking what the defense gives you. First touchdown of the year for the Badgers.
That's good to get one under your belt right there. And the extra point is coming up. And doing the kicking duties is going to be Stockton Lund. The placement's down, the kick is up, and the kick is good. The Badgers lead at 7-0. We'll be back with the kickoff in 60 seconds.
Campus life at Snow College is awesome. On our small, friendly, residential campus, you can participate in fun student life events, join student clubs, and cheer on our nationally ranked athletic teams. And if you want adventure, you can find about every outdoor activity imaginable just minutes from campus. Come check out Snow College and see why it's one of the best two-year schools in the nation at snow.edu.
Professor Rock here.
The Food Nanny.
Chandler Scott here.
Samry. Hey, everyone.
Hello.
I just want to tell you about this amazing,
Excellent.
Cool account called My Style.
My Style checking. I'm talking travel points.
Gift card. Concert tickets.
All just for using my account.
That's My Style.
So check it out.
Give it a shot. Open your My Style checking account today.
Live Snow College sports action on Centricom Channel 10, the ScenicWestNetwork.com, and the Mid-Utah Radio Sports Network.
Welcome back once again to Snow College as the Badgers take their second possession. 58 yards, get it in the end zone on a 3-yard Sione Malisi run. The Badgers now to kick off. Stockton Lund, that doesn't have a chance of being returned as it lands about 8 yards deep in the end zone.
Good boot there.
That was a really good leg. And so the Panthers will start at their own 25-yard line.
First and 10 at their 25-yard line.
So if you're the Panthers, we talked about this after that first drive. The Snow College defensive line is, at least so far, has broken through the offensive line of the Panthers pretty easily. So if you're the Panthers, you got to do quick little things. They tried that screen pass off to the right side, but the linebacker stayed home for the Badgers and was able to step up and make a play. We'll see if they try some quick passes here, going 4 wide, 2 on each side, and because the run game hasn't worked and letting things develop downfield hasn't worked. So we'll see what they do here.
Webster in the shotgun with running back to his left. Here come the Badgers on a blitz. There's that quick pass as you mentioned, but it's out on the side and it gets blown up quickly. And that looks like, is it Noah Kemma on that?
I had number 8 on that, so yeah, Noah Kemma on our roster.
Number 9, Owen Moe.
Nope, they're calling it Owen Moa. Dennis Nordfeldt, the PA announcer, he's going to correct us, so we'll go with what Brother Nordfeldt says.
He's got younger eyes than I do, so that's probably a wise decision.
That's not a compliment to me, though. I should see it too, I guess.
It'll bring up 2nd down and 14 for the Panthers. Panthers go with 2 to the left, 2 to the right. And Webster back to pass, going deep over the middle. Badgers are back there defensively and knocked it down. That was very close to an interception. Getting his hands on it was Austin Francis. I thought he had it.
Yeah, moving up from that safety position, Austin Francis. Again, like I talked about earlier, that's something that they worked on. Gordon's did in the pregame, and you can tell the quarterback has a nice touch on the ball. It was right where it needed to be if his receiver was going to come down with it. But good center field position from Austin Francis.
Pass was intended for Enon Neri, and he goes off the field now. 2 wideouts left, 2 wideouts right for the quarterback, Landon Webster. Webster looking at 3rd and 14. Badgers showing 6 in the box, and now delay of game, a penalty, and that's going to push it another 5 back. So that'll push it back to the 16-yard line. And the scoreboard says 3rd and 18. I'd say closer to maybe 19.
3rd and a ways.
3rd and a ways for sure. Webster, long snap count. Badgers back off defensively. Webster throws the quick out. And it's going to be a catch, but not near enough for the first down. That's only going to be a gain of about 2-3 yards.
Not a bad little play. Quarterback put the ball where they needed to. It's tough to call that play on 3rd and 18.
Right. But, you need to do that on 1st and 10.
Yeah, get those 4 or 5 yards on first down. A quick hitter like we talked about. But the Badgers right where they need to be. The defensive back able to knock him out of bounds and bring up 4th and long, where Badgers will have their 3rd possession now.
So first punt of the game coming up here. And is that Larson back deep to receive? Taylor Larson?
Back deep.
Well, Dennis Nordfeld says yes.
It's hard to see those numbers, man. Sometimes it's hard to see those numbers in the shadows.
Another delay of game is going to be called against. And they didn't have enough men on the field. Somebody came running on the field way late. In fact, after the penalty. So minus 10 yards just in penalties on this possession for Gordons. And the Panthers will get set to punt it away. And again, Taylor Larson back deep to receive. He's standing on the Panther 45-yard line. So good field position and a very poor kick. Maybe somebody even got a hand on it. And it bounced off of a Badger and became a live ball. Luckily, he jumped on it. That was Mackay Hammock-Bright.
Yeah, that's tough if you're Mackay Hammock-Bright because the punt's so short. You're not expecting. You're blocking for your man, and it's coming right at you. Gordon's Sports Academy went really short with their punter. Usually you put a punter, 10, 12 yards back or so, and he could have only been 6 or 7 yards behind the line of scrimmage. So the Badgers were able to get in there, may have got a hand on it, but as it is, Badgers are able to fall on it. Another short field for the Badgers here, 30-yard line.
And we'll check. Looks like we've got another new face in the running backfield. Nope, that is back to Lamson. And Lamson lowers the shoulder, gets inside the 20. Out of bounds at the 18-yard line. That's going to be enough for a first down.
Yeah, he likes that left side. The left side's worked well for Targi Lamson so far. He's able to break past that first wave of defenders on the defensive line and get into the 2nd and 3rd levels and get another first down.
And we're going to have a timeout on the field. Timeout is going to be taken by the Panthers. We'll take a timeout as well. Badgers lead at 7-0. We'll be back in 60 seconds.
Sanpete Steel in Moroni was founded in 1994 and has grown to be one of the major steel fabricator and erectors in the Intermountain West. The management and staff recognizes the dedication and hard work of the Snow College athletic teams and hopes their support assists the athletic programs in continuing their traditions of excellence. Sanpete Steel in Moroni, where their motto is done right and on time. Honored to sponsor the Snow Badgers Steelman Play of the Game.
Looking for an affordable education? Come check out Snow College. Snow has the lowest cost tuition and housing in Utah. In fact, you can live in student housing for less than staying in your parents' basement and attending a university. At Snow College, it's all about you, where you get an individualized education and one-on-one time with your professors in very small classes, even as freshmen taking general eds. Come check out Snow College and see why it's one of the best two-year schools in the nation at snow.edu.
Live Snow College sports action on Centricom Channel 10, the ScenicWestNetwork.com, and the Mid-Utah Radio Sports Network.
Run a little play option, and Lamson a race to the corner of the end zone, and he's in the end zone, but that's going to come back with a flag.
Yeah, the flag's going to bring this one back, but if you watch on this replay at the end, Targi Lamson, a lot of running backs will try and go to the open space. Watch him lower his shoulders. He's looking for some contact to run somebody over as he's getting into the end zone. He's able to do that, but it's going to come back here.
You're right. I tell you, that reminds me of, and now I'm not going to be able to think of his name. A running back for the Snow College Badgers went and played for the U and then ended up with Minnesota for a while.
Yeah, you had not Ottawa yet. I'll get it.
I'll think of it too. But yeah, he was the same way. I mean, he would get in the open field, and his head was on a swivel because he wanted to run over somebody and not just take it in the end zone. So a holding call brings it back. It's going to make it 1st and 14 for the Badgers. Ball back, Matt Asiata. Thank you, Greg.
That was going to drive me
quick
nuts.
Fingers Googling. Lamson going to throw in the end zone. Touchdown, Snow College. What a job by the wide receiver on that play as he gained himself some space and then went up and make the catch. It's Taylor Larson.
What a grab by Taylor Larson right in the corner of the end zone. Great throw that time by Tommy McGrath. His first passing touchdown for the Badgers.
Larson will be the holder here as well for Stockton Lund.
And he's the one you called Superman, right?
Yes, sir. How long was that?
Yeah.
23-yard pass play. And coming up will be the extra point. Out of the hold of Larson. Placement's good. The kick is up. The kick is good. Badgers lead it by a score of 14-0. We'll be back with the kickoff in 60 seconds.
I'm Annie Hatch, a registered nurse and the nurse manager for Women and Newborn Services here at Central Valley Medical Center. Our department is dedicated to provide an exceptional experience during this important time of your life. CVMC Labor and Delivery is where families are born. We pride ourselves in the fact that we are a small hospital and are able to provide you, your newborn, and your family personalized care throughout your labor, delivery, recovery, and postpartum stay. The CVMC prides itself in having specially trained nursing and medical staff to ensure that you have the best care and patient experience possible.
This school year will be different.
This year, I'll do my assignments on time.
I will listen to my teacher.
I solemnly swear.
I won't eat any glue.
I'll do my homework every night.
Every night.
Research? No problem.
School? I got this.
This year will be different. Visit Centricom.com to power your education with the best internet experience. Everyone succeeds with School to the Power of Centricom.
Live Snow College sports action on Centricom Channel 10, the ScenicWestNetwork.com, and the Mid-Utah Radio Sports Network.
And welcome back once again. The Badgers lead it by a score of 14-0. As the Badgers get into the MACU end zone once again, Mountain America Credit Union guiding you forward with affordable rates. Return is going to be taken out to the 15, and then looks like everybody but Stockton Lund in on the tackle at the 15-yard line.
He was playing the safety man just in case the other 10 couldn't bring down the Panther returner because, yeah, about every other Badger got a hit on that one.
So the Badgers now lead it by 14, two scoring possessions. Their last two scoring possessions, a 3-yard run by Sione Malisi as he gets into the MACU end zone, and then a 23-yard pass, McGrath to Larson, and the point afters are good. Mountain America Credit Union guiding you forward with affordable financial services and expert advice. Details at macu.com. So 1st and 10 for the Panthers at their own 15-yard line. Have we got a new quarterback?
Yep. Looks like a new guy.
That's what I thought. Number. Alan Bryce. No, it is him. It is still Landon Webster. It didn't look like him for some reason.
If you watch that replay of that last play, I mean, he throws a nice ball. It maybe floats a little bit, not a ton of zip on the ball, which allows the Badger defender to recover and be in there to knock it away. Incomplete pass, 2nd and 10.
So Webster goes over to the sidelines, gets the play, and we'll come back. Badgers have made a few substitutions on that defense. In there right now on the defensive line is Tui Iono, and he's in the middle. Badgers going to run a 3-4 defense here. Three linemen, 4 linebackers.
Yeah, you've seen them bring blitz quite a few times here. The Badgers so far. I don't know that they really need to.
You're right.
Yeah, but that's just part of a 3-4 defense. Usually you have at least one guy coming from, and they can come from different places. That's kind of the benefit of a 3-4 defense.
You got Brandon Falau and his twin brother Eric Falau at linebackers. Pass is going to be over the middle, bobbled but then caught, and trying to get the first down, but coming up a little bit short is Bender, I believe. Tashun Bender on the reception.
Complete to number 19.
And we do have a flag on the play. This could nullify one. Oh, roughing the passer. It's going to be on Badgers. Roughing the passer
so
called.
You saw a couple of Badgers break through that from the defensive line. They just rushed 3 that time, but they were able to get back, but must have been a little bit late that time. That's the best offensive play for the Panthers for sure so far tonight. Nice little catch, and Badgers were able to rally to the ball right after the catch was made.
So they get close to the first down on the pass play, but now the roughing the passer is going to give them the first down. And out to the 39-yard line, it'll be 1st and 10 for the Panthers there.
So about 24 yards on that total with the catch and tack on the penalty after it.
2 wideouts left, 2 wideouts right for the Panthers. A lone running back with Webster. Webster back to pass, has time, throws over the middle, got a man open. Pass is going to be caught, still on his feet, and making a good return is Vashon Plazer. And Plazer is going to be into Badger territory.
Good route that time. Put the ball right where it needs to be, in between 2 Badgers, and able to make something happen. About another 7 or 8 yards after the catch.
So Plazer, a nice catch, a nice run on the toss from Webster. I think it's Mike Frank that's in the backfield with Webster. And he now moves from the right to the left. 1st and 10 in Badger territory. Pass goes to Frank out of the backfield. Nice move, and picks up about 3 yards on the carry.
Yeah, you love it if you're an offensive coordinator, when you try and get a guy out in space like that, just those quick passes. Basically, you know you're going to have one defender coming up to make that hit, and you're trusting that your athlete can out-athlete the other guy. And that's kind of what happened there for the Panthers. Now, they only gained about a couple of yards, but he did make one mad miss. So it's a nice little play for the Panthers that time.
It'll be 2nd and 8. New running back in the backfield is Quincy Walker. Walker to the left of Webster. Badgers show blitz, and they come from the corner. Webster throws it down the sidelines, too far, out of bounds, incomplete. Pretty good coverage out there by Xavier Spann.
Yeah, a lot of air under that one. That was really didn't have a chance to be caught, too far out of bounds, but trying to keep a defense honest by chucking it deep on them, make those DBs be at least a little bit worried about that pass.
You got Spann on one side and Jalen Hughes on the other, and I do not remember him throwing over here against Hughes.
No,
it seems like everything's gone on that far side against Spann.
So maybe that's scouted. Maybe it's just Gordon's just, maybe that's their guy.
Side.
Yeah, you never know. But
back to passes Webster on 3rd down, goes deep and way overthrows the intended receiver.
Yeah, nobody there. And Webster looking at the white hat official again for another roughing the passer. He wanted it that time, but no. If you watch that replay, the Badgers were able to hit him within 1 step, which is legal.
It's going to bring up a 4th. I don't expect a punt. They didn't punt it last time from here, so
yeah, a lot less this time too.
Yeah, exactly. So it's going to be 4th and 8. The ball is at the 33-yard line. Trips to the right side of the formation. A lone running back in the backfield is Quincy Walker with Webster. Webster takes the snap under some pressure, rolls out, buys himself some time, now looks downfield, runs out of time, throws deep down the sidelines, incomplete, and that'll go over on downs to the Badgers.
There is a flag on the field. If we watch this replay right here,
somebody gets held.
Watch the lineman for Snow just blow out an offensive lineman for Gordon's there. And we hope nobody gets hurt, but man, those Snow Badgers are just violent when they hit you.
I think I saw somebody get a handful of jersey on the Badgers, but we'll wait and see what it is.
And a defensive holding there in the secondary is an automatic first down, so that would hurt if you're the Badgers.
That's a costly penalty when you end up holding them right there. I'd like to thank our sponsors that make this broadcast possible. Sanpete Valley Hospital. It's face masking on the defense. CO Building Systems, Manti Telephone, Central Valley Medical Center, Sanpete Steel, Risk Managers Insurance, Cache Valley Bank, Centricom, Little Caesars in Ephraim, Nephi, and also in Gunnison, Mountain America Credit Union, and Snow College. So on the penalty, that'll give the Panthers another first down. I think this is the deepest they've been in Badger territory.
It was really close to this on that opening drive. Yep, before they started going backwards. But yeah, definitely the best drive we've seen. Definitely the best drive we've seen over 2 years, last year and this year for Gordon's.
Webster hands it off right up the middle, and it looked like there was an opening. And who got a hand on him and jerked him back? Cortez Hogans. Hogan's lost his helmet, so he'll have to come off.
Yeah, you can just see his strength. Watch this replay right here.
Just one arm is what he grabs.
Just ripped the ball carrier down.
Can we see that one more time, Jake? If you've still got that replay, that would be nice to see that one more time for those that are watching this. It looks like there's an opening, and then all of a sudden he just gets yanked back by Cortez Hogans.
Spin him around like a dance partner right there and take him to the ground, you bet.
So 2nd and 10, no gain on that. Hogans comes off. On that other defensive end is Saleti Feveleaki. And coming in to sub out for Cortez Hogans, it looks like, I was going to say Kingsley Holiday, but he's an offensive lineman. I'll have to double check that number there. 2nd and 10, Webster back to pass, throws the fade into the corner, and too long, out of bounds. And Webster again gets thrown to the turf.
And again, it's a pretty ball. I hate to, keep repeating myself, but he throws up a pretty ball. It's a nice spiral. Again, not a lot of zip, but he's kind of trying to put that just on the corner of the end zone, right at that pylon, and let his guy go up and get it and get 1 foot down. But it's incomplete. Did the White Hat have a call here?
I think he just said that they had substituted.
Okay.
And so the Badgers could bring somebody in if they wanted to.
Got it. Okay. Yeah, definitely. The Panthers definitely don't go as fast on offense as the Badgers do. You can see a lot of tempo with the Badgers.
So 3rd and 10 now from the 17 or 18. Webster flushed out of the pocket, has room to run, throws it into the end zone, too high. And another flag on the play. And we got holding once again on the Panthers.
So I think if you're the Badgers, you probably, what do you think? Do you put them back 10 yards, or do you go 4th and 10? You trust your defense, go 4th and 10?
4th and 10 is my call.
Kind of depends on the opponent, too, honestly. If you think they got a kicker out there that can kick it, maybe you push them back.
Exactly. I agree completely with you.
I don't know the recruiting for Gordon's Fine Arts and Sports Academy kicking, but I'm betting they might not have a kicker that can kick that far.
I think
that's a tough kick.
Well, and you know this. We've actually talked about this at a high school game. Everything that has to happen on special teams, the snap, the hold, the kick, all the blocking, it's not an easy thing.
Yeah, absolutely.
A lot of times we take it for granted, but there's a lot to it.
So it was declined.
4th down, Webster throws it corner of the end zone, and a late flag comes in on the Badgers. That's horrible.
Yeah,
that's a horrible call.
I don't know about that one. I mean, that's going to give them an automatic first down again. I don't know. Watch that replay. That's good camera work by our camera guys, and you can see. I don't know.
It definitely did not have an effect on it. There was no way he was going to get to that.
Yeah, but it gives them a first down, another automatic first down. Going to move it, half the distance to the goal down to about the 10 or so.
I think you're right.
9. So we'll see if the
should be right at the 9-yard line.
Yeah, with 4:20 left in the first quarter, we'll see if they can stiffen up and keep the Panthers out of the end zone.
If that pass would have been 10 yards closer to the receiver, I would say, yeah, it had an effect on it. But no, it's not. This isn't the NFL. They're saying it's a spot foul?
I don't know. Maybe if it's half the distance to the goal, does it become a spot foul? When it's a 15-yard penalty and there's only 20 yards to go, does it become? I don't know that rule, Gary.
I don't either.
I didn't know that was a spot foul. I didn't know anything was a spot foul in college, but
I didn't either. Brad James, the stat master, says no as well. First and goal. Webster back to pass, throws a little pass out in the flats for the running back, and he's going to be swallowed up. That's going to be a loss of 5 yards back to the 10-yard line.
Catches that, looks up, and you got an orange crush coming at you. You got to look at that. You got about 6 Badgers there to take him down. What I was going to say before that is where's Radio Rick Robinson when we need him?
Exactly.
That guy's the rules expert.
That guy knows the rules.
That's right.
You are correct.
Yep.
I think I saw him reffing a game. He does do some reffing.
He's usually on a Friday night. He's either on the radio or he's reffing.
I saw him on a Thursday at a JV game.
Right. Yep, he was in Manti last week. You're right. I remember that.
Second down and goal from the 10. Webster, Badgers showing blitz, and here it comes. They pick it up. Webster now flushed out of the pocket. Throws a one-hopper to the wide receiver, but that is going to be incomplete. No signal from many of the officials, though. Now the middle referee finally says, yeah, that's incomplete. They acted like it might have been a lateral, but it was forward.
A lot of times you'll see officials not want to blow their whistle just to make sure that, it's correct. Because if you blow the whistle, it's dead.
Right.
Whether it should have been dead or not. But, yeah, that one was definitely
We actually had that last night at North Sanpete.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Yeah, Grantsville had a big play, gained 40, 50 yards, but the referee had blown the whistle before it started, brought it all back.
Oof, yeah. Referees aren't perfect either.
No.
But that frustrates a coach for sure. You bet.
Third and goal, and Gordon's is going to take their final timeout here, I believe, of the first half. We'll take the timeout as well. This is a Utah Heritage Credit Union timeout. Utah Heritage Credit Union, your local credit union with offices in Moroni, Mount Pleasant, my favorite branch, the Ephraim branch, and in Gunnison. Proud to support Snow College. We'll be back after this.
CO Building Systems in Ephraim manufactures a complete line of pre-engineered metal buildings of all sizes. Plus, they are your headquarters for custom metal roof and wall panels for your home or business, including all trim and accessories. All of their roof and wall panels are available in several gauges and over 20 different colors. For a free cost estimate or more information, contact CO Building Systems in Ephraim. 800-262-5347. That's 800-262-5347. Online at cobuildings.com.
Live Snow College sports action on Centricom Channel 10, the ScenicWestNetwork.com, and the Mid-Utah Radio Sports Network.
Gary Chedester and Greg Sterner with you, bringing you Badger football action, the fall 2021 version. And third down and goal from the 10-yard line coming up here for the Panthers. Panthers have trips wide to the left, single wide out to the right for Webster, the quarterback. In the backfield with him is Walker. Webster looks to the left, throws the crossing route, picked off. This could go all the way if the Badgers get a block or two. And now down the sidelines, it's a foot race. They get a block, cutting it back. On the carry is Cole Hogan, and Cole Hogan has just returned an interception, 5 yards?
About that, yeah. Wow. What an interception return that time by Cole Hogan. Just a linebacker's dream, just sitting there in the middle. Ball drops right into his lap, and he gets a couple of blocks from his teammates. Takes that thing back along that left sideline all the way down, cuts it back in, and gets into the end zone.
Yeah, that is a linebacker's dream to get that opportunity. Cole Hogan, a 95-yard interception return for the touchdown, and the Badgers get on the board again here in the first quarter with 3:06 remaining. Extra point will be coming up here by Stockton Lund. How quickly the tables have turned.
Yeah, that's exactly right. Yep, big play by the Badger defense. You're happy. Oop, that kick looks like it's up and good, but that was a double-digit play drive for Gordon's. And if you're the Badgers, that frustrates you a little bit. You think you're a lot better than them, and then what do you do to go and redeem yourself? You get a pick six. Take it all the way back.
Right. If you look at this, the Panthers started at their own 15.
Yeah.
And so they took it 85 yards. Now, granted, they did have a penalty that helped.
3 or 4 penalties.
Yeah, a couple of penalties that helped them along the way. But to get that close to the end zone and not get some points on the board, that's got to be a little frustrating.
Yeah, pretty disheartening if you're a Panther. We'll see if they keep their head. Last year, got a little bit chippy there at the end between these two teams. So we'll see if they keep their head. 6, 7. I think they got about 7 or 8 guys out there to return right now. Maybe need a couple more. Play with 11 in American rules football.
And the Badgers will kick it off. And the way they kicked it off last time and tried to return it from the goal line, you're almost better off let that go in, start at the 35, a much better opportunity.
Yeah. Well, and even if you're Snow, and where it's the first game of the year, you want to work on some things. Last year when these two teams played, it was the last regular season game, and that's a little bit different. You've worked on things throughout the whole year. This year, if you're Snow, you're going to do what you do for probably about the first half, and then maybe back off a little bit.
This is going to be kicked 3-4 yards deep in the end zone. Bobbled, and now returned out to the 5, to the 10, the 15. Hey. Got some room to run, and getting all the way out to the 23-yard line. Nice return that time for the Panthers, and we have an injured Badger on the field.
What I was getting at right before that kickoff is, you don't want this. You tell your kicker, if you're Snow and you're going to the national championship game, if you win this game like they did last year, in a game like this, boot that thing into the end zone. We don't need practice on kickoff right now. We want to boot that into the end zone, not get anybody hurt.
Mackay Hammock-Bright got looked like helmet or shoulder pad to the thigh, and he's going to limp off, but he's going to be okay.
Yeah, as we watched the Panther returner kind of fumble that ball along the end zone, I'm thinking, man, if you're his coach, you're saying, just take a knee. Let's take it to the 25, buddy. And Snow converged on it quickly, and he broke through and did a great job to a nice return. He had one man to beat. He beats the Badger that brought him down there at the 24, and he's taking that for 6.
So it's going to be 1st and 10, mark it at the 24-yard line for the Panthers. Again, shotgun formation, 2 left, 2 to the right, handoff. Trying to bounce it to the outside is Quincy Walker. Walker does not get back to the line of scrimmage. Good pursuit by Snow College. Snow showing some good speed here on defense.
I was just going to say, you see the difference in athleticism with Snow College and their next level athletes. Next level from a high school here at junior college, and really one of the premier junior college football programs in the country. You see it on that last play right there. The Panther looked like he had a little bit of green grass in front of him, and the Badger was just able to take him down. And I didn't get a number of which Badger it was there.
I didn't either. I was trying to see who it was on
hard.
the replay.
Those numbers in front on the Snow jerseys are tough to see.
Handoff again, straight ahead, and 3 Badgers meet Walker as he gets back the yards that they lost before and maybe picks up an extra yard or 2. That's going to bring up 3rd and 8.
Quite a few changes coming in for the Badgers. Now you'll see a lot of kids, a lot of guys get a lot of time.
Stone Mulateo got some time in there on the defensive line, and now he comes out. I will not be surprised if we do not see Cortez Hogans again the rest of this game. I don't think the defense has a lot to prove right now. They want to get some other guys some playing time and get some experience in there. Webster on a big 3rd down and 8. Badgers come on a blitz again, and he is swallowed up.
Man,
first one there is 55, it looked like, John Taumoapeo. He was down low. Somebody else got him up high, but
yeah, there's just
Taumoapeo.
Absolutely no time at all for the quarterback for Gordons. Yeah, Snow defensive line. If you're the defensive line coach for the Badgers, you're pretty happy with your guys right now.
Well, and you didn't get to hear the pregame, but that's one of the things that Coach Zach Erickson talked about was what Jan Jorgensen has done with the defense this year. He's thrown in some new wrinkles. He's kind of doing some different things along that defensive line and with the linebackers to try to get more pressure. Of course, last year they only averaged, about 50 yards rushing, I think, for the entire season. And
gave up. Gave up defensively. Yeah. Yep. And
they took that as a challenge. They want to be even better this year.
Yeah, 50 yards a game rushing. You're going to win a lot of games if you give up under 100 yards in a college football game.
Boy,
is that Larson back to return here?
Yes, I believe it is.
Yeah, only at the 45. So I mean, you're only saying you think he's going to punt at 25 yards or so here. So
why did they stop the play clock? The play clock stopped. The snap goes over the head of the punter, and the Badgers fall on it. Touchdown. And that is number 6, I believe, Elijah Irvin, who got in there. Help me there. Is that number 6 coming off? I think it is. Yeah, Elijah Irvin.
Yeah, and that's going to be the end of the first quarter here, and you had the Badgers just picking up right where they left off last year. PAT pending here, 27-0. Just a bad snap there. Yeah. This game started a little bit differently than it did last year against these two teams, but right now Snow's asserting their dominance like they did on so many teams, not just Gordon's Sports Academy last year, but pretty much everybody they played, other than Iowa Western and Hutchinson.
Right. Iowa Western was a tough one. Yep. Lackawanna was a little bit tough as well.
So I don't know if that was a called play by the holder to pick that up.
Or I think he kind of bobbled it.
Yeah, picked that up. And
this is one that we will do a replay on, if you will, Jake. I told Jake we don't need replays on the extra points, so look at that. Jake is the man. But we got the end of it. That's okay. That's all right. So Taylor Larson takes it in the end zone for the 2-point conversion. That'll make it 29-0, and we'll be back with the kickoff in 30 seconds.
Little Caesars of Ephraim and Nephi have expanded to a 3rd location in Gunnison, inside Gunnison Sinclair. Hours Monday to Saturday, 10:30 a.m. to 9 p.m. Come enjoy classics like crazy bread, cheese, pepperoni, and 3 meat treat pizzas. Little Caesars also offers wings, dip, soda, and an awesome family meal deal, including 2 liters of soda, pepperoni or cheese pizza, and a crazy combo for just $9.99. Come enjoy one of the best deals in America. Little Caesars, Ephraim, Nephi, and Gunnison.
Are you looking for a TV experience you'll love? Then listen up. Manti Tel has partnered with Philo to bring you over 60 channels of live and on-demand TV. Stream your favorite shows from networks like Hallmark, Discovery, Nickelodeon, and more. The best part is Philo gives you over 60 channels with unlimited recording on all of your devices, so you can watch what you want, when you want, for only $25 a month. To sign up, go to go.philo.com/MTCC. That's go.philo.com/MTCC. Manti Tel, connecting your life since 1907.
This is Nate Johnson of Risk Managers Insurance Agency in Ephraim. It is surprising how many people do not have any life insurance or adequate coverage today. If you were to suddenly die, would your family have enough money for your funeral and to pay off any debt you may have, or funds to live on with your income no longer available to care for your family? You may be surprised at how low life insurance rates are. Let me sit down with you and discuss how life insurance can benefit you and your family. Call us at Risk Managers in Ephraim, 283-4685.
Live Snow College sports action on Centricom Channel 10, the ScenicWestNetwork.com, and the Mid-Utah Radio Sports Network.
At Intermountain San Pete Valley Hospital.
And welcome back to Terry Foote Stadium. Snow College Badgers getting into the Mountain America Credit Union end zone once again. Mountain America Credit Union guiding you forward with affordable financial services and expert advice. Details at macu.com. Last touchdown was a fumble recovery by Elijah Irvin. This kick is going to go through the back of the end zone, and the Panthers will take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
So about the only thing that went wrong for Snow there in that first quarter was their first offensive play, a fumble picked up by Gordons. Other than that, that's a That's a pretty well executed quarter for the Badgers. Passing didn't throw a lot of passes. Had the one touchdown pass into the corner, but able to run the ball. Defensively looked extremely solid. It just looked violent, honestly, and you'd love to see that out of a front seven for a defense.
Well, the Badgers have had 3 possessions. They fumbled their first possession. And on 2 possessions, they have scored 4 touchdowns.
There you go. Defensive touchdown and a blocked punt. You got it.
Yep.
3 areas of football, and if you can win all 3, you'll win most games.
You're not going out on a limb there at all, are you?
That's pretty. I'm pretty confident.
You didn't say they're going to win all of them.
Yeah.
Little crossing route. That is a good play right there. On the reception is going to be Vaughn Plazer again. Just a quick slant from that left wide out, and the Badgers were playing off him just a little bit. Looks like in at defensive back right now is Jalen Hughes on that side. I said they hadn't attacked that side, and then they finally did.
That'll wake up Jalen a little bit. We'll see if he plays a little bit tighter bump coverage on the outside. Pretty tight coverage there right now, lining up in that bump coverage. Both sides those corners are.
2nd down and 4. Badgers showing blitz, and they come on it. Pass again out to the flats. This time it's too high, too hot for Plazer, and it goes through his hands, incomplete.
So I mentioned they come out in that bump coverage, and then they'll back off right before the snap, and that outside linebacker will sneak over, and it kind of baits the quarterback into thinking that that's open, that same play as last time, the little out or little curl route, and that linebacker just about would have had a pick 6 right there, just over his hands.
Well, I lied because Cortez Hogans is back in. Tui Iono comes out. Hogan's back in the middle. Badgers with a very deep safety. Austin Francis is just kind of playing center field back there to make sure nothing gets over the top. Webster again zeroing in on that left side. And Plazer makes the catch, and a Badger is down.
Yeah, that's Jalen Hughes. He took the brunt of that hit from the Badger defender. He, if you watch on this replay, he was. We'll see if we can see that replay, but he had pretty good coverage there. But it was a good toss and catch, and then the other Badger came over and was able to actually hit.
Oh yeah,
run right into Hughes.
You're right.
So Hughes will have to come out of the game now. Is that Hughes? Maybe that's no. Is that not 4? Nope, that's 9.
Hughes is still out on the field on his knees.
Owen Famoy.
Yeah, Owen Famoy is the one that did the hit, and you're right. He hit Hughes a lot harder than the receiver.
Yeah.
But looks like he's up now.
Yeah, I've talked about the violence of the hitting for the Badgers. You know, at this level, that's what you're going to get at a junior college type level, but friendly fire that time.
Friendly fire, yeah. So the Badgers still with some starters out there on defense. They've kind of subbed in some second stringers to mix them in there, and I like that. Instead of just going all second string, mix some of your second string in with that first team so they can get comfortable playing with different players.
Yeah, absolutely. Of a long season like this, you're going to be, number 2s are going to be starting sometime this year, and yeah, play them with the ones as well. Give them a shot. And this is a game to get a shot if you're a 2 or a 3.
Reggie Akels backs off on the corner. Pass is going to be on the other side, and then the receiver slips down.
Oh, so I think he dropped it. Did they say he caught that first? Because it came out at the end.
Yeah. I don't know. Are they going to call incomplete, or are they going to give him a yard or 2?
Yeah, it looks like they're
going to give him the 2 yards on the carry or on the reception. And he was down on one knee when he made the catch, so it was not a fumble.
There you go.
It'll bring up 2nd and 8 as we're just into the second quarter. Badgers lead at 29-0. If you're just joining us, checking the Central Valley Medical Center scoreboard. Webster runs out of time, throws it at the last second, and just throws it away.
Probably a receiver in the area. They won't. I don't think that'll be grounding. But who was that coming off the edge? Was that Cortez Hogan's coming off that edge, hot at the quarterback?
No, I think that time it was Saleti Feveleaki.
If he wants his name read, turn around so I can see your jersey, buddy, because I can't see the front from up here. I have younger eyes than Gary, and I can't see it. So
I think it's Feveleaki.
All right.
From the other side.
There you go.
He's on the right side. Cortez Hogan's on the left side.
Okay.
So it's going to be 3rd and 8 for Webster. Badgers again showing all-out blitz, and here they come. Webster just hucks it down the field and out of bounds, incomplete.
That right there's a win if you're a Panther, just to get that away, because there was about 7 Badgers coming at him.
And Webster is just taking a licking back there at quarterback. And he just does not have any time at all.
Yeah.
He takes the snap and stepped one more step back and had to get rid of it.
Yeah, it's a pretty impressive throw, honestly, with the pressure that he had coming at him, even to be in the vicinity of the receiver. But as it is, it's going to bring up 4th and 8.
And he threw that off his back foot and still had enough strength to get it downfield.
Yeah.
So another punting situation here. They did get 1 first down on this drive, but now they'll be forced to punt. And Larson not very deep here, standing at his own 40-yard line.
Looks like the Gordon's punter is going to go back about 10 yards now. He was so much closer, and it just hasn't worked. They got to adjust that.
There's the snap. It's high,
work there
and that's going to get blocked.
Yeah.
And the Badgers cover it up. And maybe that's why they don't go deep. The snap was really high and took a while to get back to him.
Yeah, I don't know, man. Like I say, there's 3 facets to the football game, and you can't ignore one of them if you're going to come and play a team like Snow College. I mean, you got the number 2 junior college in the country. You're one of the best programs in the country. You can't. Yeah, that's tough, and you just got to be prepared for that. But a lot of that is what Snow College is imposing their will as well. You know, they're just getting through that line, and there's not a lot a punter can do, even if he was 20 yards back there.
1st and 10 for the Badgers at the Panther 38-yard line. Handoff straight ahead, and a huge hole. Leaping the defender, foot race now. Touchdown, Snow College.
Yeah, Targi Lamson. I think that was Lamson again, right,
yes,
Gary?
Yes, it was.
Yeah, beautiful run. And you thought the Panther players were going to catch him there at the end, and he just ran away from them.
Targi Lamson gets into the Mountain America Credit Union end zone. Show your school pride with the Snow College debit card from Mountain America Credit Union. Available now at the Ephraim branch. Mountain America Credit Union, guiding you forward. Visit macu.com. And a late flag. Was this after the touchdown?
No, it's cleared out at the 11, so maybe you got a block or something out there. If we can see, if there's any way we could see that replay again while the officials talk, we could maybe see what that is.
Thank you, Jake.
Absolutely no idea what that was, unless it's way behind the play. Yep, unless that's way behind the play, because Lamson, you saw him turn on the wheels, though, man. That's neat to see, because if you see him in the open field against, maybe some of these later games, that's some speed right there. That's some next level speed.
So they're going to talk things over here with Zach Erickson, and they're taking a Badger off the.
Yeah, it's a blindside block against the Badgers, and it's way behind the play. So I think you're going to see
Well, they're going to give him the touchdown. They just gave him, so it must have been way, way after he got into the end zone.
Wow.
That's unusual.
That's not anything. I don't know that I really remember that. Usually when they count the touchdown, it's a celebration penalty or something like that. So. Yeah, but you got to be smarter than that if you're a Badger. Don't put your team in a bad place. Don't this game. There's a lot of time left in the second quarter, so you don't want to say it's completely over. But Snow has this in hand.
Yeah.
And don't do something stupid that's going to get you or the other team hurt.
Right. Or ineligible for next week.
Sure. Absolutely. So they're saying this penalty must half be the distance. Is it against? What
it must have been against. It must have been against the Panthers.
Didn't they say a blindside block?
That's what I thought they
So maybe
said.
the Panthers were blocking for the Badger that was running. I don't know, Gary.
I don't either.
I'm being
And
facetious here, but they must have peeled back and took out a Badger that was clear out of the play, and that must have been what it is. And, you know, the whole lecture that I just gave to the Badger player, you can give the same thing to the Panther.
Exactly.
Don't do something stupid.
So the extra point coming up from Stockton Lund. The kick is up. The kick is good as it bounces off the BAC. And the Badgers now lead it by a score of 36, right? 36 to nothing. We'll be back with the kickoff in 30 seconds.
At Intermountain San Pete Valley Hospital, we know that life may be different right now. We are ensuring your confidence and safety with things like temperature checks and constant disinfecting of patient areas. We are doing everything possible for COVID-19, but there is essential care beyond the virus. Broken arms haven't stopped. Heart and stroke emergencies continue to happen. Babies continue to be born. So please don't put off the care you need, especially for stroke-like symptoms or other urgent care needs. We're here for you. Intermountain San Pete Valley Hospital.
This school year will be different.
This year, I'll do my assignments. On time.
I will listen to my teacher.
I solemnly swear.
I won't eat any glue.
I'll do my homework every night.
Every night.
Research? No problem.
School, I got this.
This year will be different. Visit Centricom.com to power your education with the best internet experience. Everyone succeeds with School to the Power of Centricom.
Live Snow College sports action on Centricom Channel 10, the ScenicWestNetwork.com, and the Mid-Utah Radio Sports Network.
And welcome back once again to Terry Foote Stadium. Snow College Badgers lead at 36 to nothing as we check the Central Valley Medical Scoreboard. From orthopedics to pediatrics, trust CVMC. Call 435-623-3200. Stockton Lund with the booming end-over-end kick is going to be taken 8 yards deep in the end zone. Returned out to the 5, to the 10, to the 14-yard line. And taken down there.
Just trying to make something happen there, Gordon is. Because taking it 8 yards deep is...
That's
gutsy.
It is gutsy.
Is that a good word, Gary?
Yep.
Gutsy?
Yep.
All right.
Tackle made by number 30, Cole Bowers.
Cole Bowers for the Badgers, bringing him down. Hat tip to Dennis Nordfeldt, always with his binoculars, calling out the Badger players, doing good things.
I think he's got help in there too.
He does. He has a spotter, right? I usually just do high school games, Gary. I thought you would have me a spotter for these college games.
Hey, I got you the stats master.
That's right. Brad James is here too. That's true.
Now we got a new quarterback in there. Webster is out. And passes out to the sidelines, but too high, incomplete. We'll have to try to see who that new quarterback is in there.
I thought it was number 8, that Vashon Placer, but he caught a pass earlier, so I don't think it's 8.
I think it might be Reggie West.
Okay.
I'm just guessing. Because their numbers kind of are scrunched up with the jersey, and it's hard to see. But I'm gonna say Reggie West. If it's not, Gordon's fans, I apologize. But I'm gonna say Reggie West at quarterback. West, pass over the middle, incomplete. And
that's
a
gonna
late
be a
flag,
late hit. Yeah.
Late hit on the quarterback. And that's the other thing that is a real challenge here as you start to sub and you've got your second string or third string. Those guys want to make an impact as well, and so they're playing hard.
Right, and I don't mean to be hard on the refs. These guys know more about the rules than I ever will, but that looked close. I mean, that was a bang bang. You know, he got hit. Who was that? Number 56 for the Badgers. That was Kingsley Holiday. No, he's an offensive lineman, so I got that wrong. I thought it was 56. But anyway, the Badger hit the quarterback right as he let go of that pass. So maybe they said he went high in the head. You can't do that, but it moves it out to the 29-yard line.
Badgers come on a blitz, and they timed that perfect. I'm looking for an offsides because I don't know who came through the middle there, but he almost took the handoff. Who was that?
That's the epitome of the Badger defense tonight right there.
Was it 55?
Let's see him get up here on this replay.
John Tamoapeau?
Yeah, what a play, though. I've noticed
he almost took the handoff.
Yeah, right. I've noticed quite a few times tonight that the Snow defensive linemen are reacting to that ball being snapped quicker than the guard and tackle for Gordon's, the offensive, that knows the snap count. So those Snow College Badger defensive linemen are getting off the ball quick. Jan Jorgensen doing a great job teaching those guys and just telling them to get off the line, get in the backfield, make a play, and they have all night long.
McGrath at quarterback. Malisi in the backfield with him to his right. Marquise Montgomery split wide to the left. McGrath with 2 wideouts left, 2 wideouts right. Man in motion is Larson. They hand it off to Larson on the jet sweep. Cuts back on the inside. Finds an opening. He's inside the 5-yard line. Nice run by Taylor Larson.
Yeah, the double team lead block out front. Great job by the Badgers. As you watch this replay on the right-hand side, you'll see a double team on the one man that maybe could have made a play for Gordon's. Just completely wash him out of the play.
And then you get Taylor Larson like one-on-one against a DB.
Yeah.
And he's either going to run past him or maybe even run over him.
Yeah.
Badgers with 2 running backs in the backfield. Carson Manukin in there with Malisi. And he's the lead blocker as they hand it to Malisi. Malisi stays on his feet. Touchdown. Sione Malisi from 3 yards?
Yeah, his second touchdown of the night for the Badgers. Nice lead blocking again that time.
Carson Manukin. Love saying that name.
Yeah, he's one that I remember from your broadcast last year. You and Joe Williams did a great job on those broadcasts last year, and Manukin was a kid that you said his name quite a bit. Maybe because you like to say his name.
It's because I like to say his name. Extra point coming up from Stockton Lund out of the hold of Taylor Larson. Long snap count. Snap's there. Kick is up. Kick is bounced off the BAC. And it is good. So the Badgers now lead it by a score of 43-0. We'll be back with the kickoff after this timeout.
CO Building Systems in Ephraim manufactures a complete line of pre-engineered metal buildings of all sizes. Plus, they are your headquarters for custom metal roof and wall panels for your home or business, including all trim and accessories. All of their roof and wall panels are available in several gauges and over 20 different colors. For a free cost estimate or more information, contact CO Building Systems in Ephraim. 800-262-5347. That's 800-262-5347. Online at cobuildings.com.
Live Snow College sports action on Centricom Channel 10, the ScenicWestNetwork.com, and the Mid-Utah Radio Sports Network.
Welcome back to Terry Foote Stadium as Sione Malisi gets into the MACU end zone. Mountain America Credit Union guiding you forward with affordable financial services and expert advice. Details at macu.com. And Stockton Lund getting set for the kickoff here.
Gary, I hate to put you on the spot here because I don't know if you know the answer to this. I know the answer in high school. Do they do a running clock in college?
Both teams have to agree.
So, okay. Well, I think they'll probably both agree.
I haven't seen it a lot, but I have seen it.
Well,
the first time I ever saw it was down in Phoenix, Arizona, and that was a long time ago. And it was actually the home team that asked for it. So Stockton Lund to kick it off. Again, a very high, booming end-over-end kick. It's going to be fielded a yard deep in the end zone. Out to the 5, 10, 15. And taken down. Nice open field tackle there for the Badgers. Was that Adam Johnson, I think?
Yeah, big, another gutsy return by Gordon's. And those Snow athletes are just so athletic and able to you'll think Gordon's has a little bit of room to run it out. They'll get a little bit of space, and the Badgers just close that space so quickly. It's just such a fast game. Like I mentioned, majority of what I do is as far as talking on the air is high school games, and the difference in speed from high school to even to this level of football is amazing. It's crazy to see how quick these Snow College athletes are.
And a lot of people don't understand that.
Yeah.
A lot of people that don't watch NJCAA just think, oh, it's just next year of high school. But it is not even close. Pass out deep, and did he come up with the reception?
I don't know who came down with that. Yeah, but that you could see that I made some noises into my mouthpiece here, into my microphone. You saw this was going to be a collision here, and if we see that replay again, the Badger safety came over the top.
And Plaisir made a great catch to come up with that. And a great throw, too, because the quarterback was under a ton of pressure that time.
Yeah, put it right where he needed to.
First down, Panthers.
Okay, now the quarterback's a little bit closer. I'm hoping I can get a number if he faces me or faces away from me here shortly. But a first down for the Panthers out to the 44-yard line. Badgers come on a blitz.
Oh.
And he's hit on a blind side blitz.
Oh.
Lucky he picked up the football and not the helmet. I mean, that was such a hit. And the football and the helmet were laying side by side. And the quarterback is Bender.
Yeah, watch this replay here. That's just completely blindside, and the Badger's able to take it in. I hope we can get a number on who that Badger was, because he's got some wheels as well. But let's see, number 18, Reggie Akels, defensive back on that defensive back blitz from the right side, left side of the offensive line, right side of the defensive line, and is able to just blow up the quarterback. The helmet came flying off. That's as violent of a football play as you're going to see, and we're from Manti, Ephraim area. We want the Badgers to win. We want to see them do good, but man, you don't want to see a kid get hurt either from the other side, and that's just a violent hit.
So Reggie Akels, he was the one that made the hit too, wasn't he?
Yeah, and picked up the ball as well.
Came from the corner position. High snap, kick is up, kick is good. And the Badgers now lead it by a score of 50-0. We'll be back with the kickoff right after this.
Having chronic knee pain from a worn-out knee shouldn't mean giving up all the things you love. Thankfully, Central Valley Medical Center's orthopedic team and Zimmer Biomed have a way to keep many patients moving. The new ROSA Knee robotic technology allows orthopedic surgeons Dr. Joel Holman and Dr. Chris Karish to personalize the approach to total knee replacement, providing a solution that works for you and your unique anatomy. Visit centralvalleymedicalcenter.com/ROSA or call and make an appointment 435-623-3200.
Live Snow College sports action on Centricom Channel 10, the ScenicWestNetwork.com, and the Mid-Utah Radio Sports Network.
Welcome back to Terry Foote Stadium. Gary Chedester and Greg Sterner with you as the Snow College Badgers get into the Mountain America Credit Union end zone once again. Show your school pride with the Snow College debit card from Mountain America Credit Union, available now at the Ephraim branch. Mountain America Credit Union, guiding you forward. Visit macu.com. And on that last play, Reggie Akels just came on a corner blitz, destroyed the quarterback, separated him from his helmet, and literally the football and the helmet were side by side. He picks up the football and takes it into the end zone for the touchdown.
From our vantage point, I thought he was picking up the helmet, and you were making the play-by-play, so I wasn't going to say anything, but I was about to say, no. I couldn't see the ball right next to it.
That's why I was just going to say, I couldn't see the ball. It was that close to the helmet. So the Badgers now lead it by a score of 50-0 as we check the Central Valley Medical scoreboard. From orthopedics to pediatrics, trust CVMC. Kickoff is going to be taken at the 2-yard line, to the 15, to the 20, and a big pile there. They're going to give him forward momentum to the 21-yard line. So if you compare possessions here, the Panthers have had 8 offensive possessions in this ball game. The Badgers only 5. but the Badgers have scored 50 points on 5 possessions.
10 points per possession. What? That's somewhat normal, isn't it? I mean, that's just average, subpar, maybe. No, my goodness. Yeah, the Badgers defense, special teams, every single facet is just clicking on all cylinders for a first game for the Badgers. And if you're a defensive coordinator here, if you're a head coach, Zach Erickson, what do you do? I mean, do you call back? Do you keep blitzing? And they do right here. They do blitz, and it's a fumble, and I don't know what this flag's going to be, if it's offsides or a false start. Maybe the snap, a false snap. The snap wasn't supposed to come when it did. But
I don't know, but the Badgers did come up with the football.
False start, which is the best thing that could have happened to Gordon's right there.
Because they blew the whistle and stopped the play. Yeah,
that's what I mean. Otherwise, you might have had a fumble, scoop, and score for a touchdown or something. 50-0, 10:46. It seems like we've been in this second quarter for quite a while, Gary.
It has been quite a slow second quarter. The first quarter moved along pretty well.
Yeah.
I mean, the Badgers still ended up with 4 scores in that first quarter. Badgers again showing blitz, and here they come. Pass out on the flats, in and out of the hands of the intended receiver, incomplete.
There's that Badger defensive back over there, just in the exact right place at the exact right time to separate the receiver from the ball.
Pass intended for Ryan Anderson. And he got his hands on it, just wasn't able to bring it in. As coming up and making the hit was Nick Haynes. Haynes, excuse me. He's a linebacker for the Badgers. Second down and 15. Badgers now back out of the blitz. Pass out in the flats for the running back. Incomplete.
You know, in Gordon's Sports Academy, they're not running any sort of max protection or anything. Yeah, they're still going 3 wide one side, 2 wide the other side.
And running the back out of the backfield, not keeping them in to, help slow down that blitz.
Yeah, and maybe, if you're a spread team and that's just what you're going to do, that's just what you're going to do. But these incomplete passes stop the clock, so 10:36 still left in the first half here.
3rd and 15, and credit to Shun Bender, who's back in there at quarterback after that last possession where he got hit and separated from his helmet. He's going to run a little quarterback draw, but there's nowhere to go, and the Badgers take him down.
I'll keep the clock running, Gary.
That's a good thing at this point. And that's going to bring up 4th and long. I would be willing to bet maybe one more possession and then you don't see any more of your starters. What do you think?
I think you could not have one more possession and then not have any more starters. I don't know. Whatever. I mean, normally, no matter who you're playing, you play the whole half, the whole first half normally. But, if you don't want it to be... I think you're right. I think you get some of those kids and I don't know how many walk-ons the Badgers keep and how many they dress for home games, but you definitely want to get all of them
a chance.
A lot of time.
I think they've got 75 that are dressed.
All right.
Today.
Yeah.
And your backup quarterback is Gabe Sweeten.
He was a backup last year as well, right? Came into that championship game after Beach got hurt late.
And Evan Svoboda is your 3rd string. And talking to Coach Erickson, he said you will see Svoboda today. So if that's going to happen, you need to get your 2nd string in fairly quick. High snap. Kick is rushed, and they got it away. And Taylor Larson has to retreat to his 48-yard line. Now comes up the sidelines, gets a block, and taken down at the 30-yard line.
What about a 20-yard return down to the Gordon's 30-yard line? I think there's a flag in the backfield, though.
Oh, yeah, you're right. Could that be roughing the kicker, or...
It's in the vicinity. Let's roughing the kicker. So the best offense for Gordon tonight has been penalties. I'm interested to see. We have, as we've mentioned a couple times, we have stat man Brad James here. I'm interested to see the number of penalty yards against the Badgers, negatively against the Badgers for Gordon's Sports Academy here in the first half, because like you say, that's been the best offense for him.
That'll give him a first down out to the 27-yard line, so the defense back out on the field. Well, let's take a look here. Penalties. The Badgers have 7 penalties for 98 yards.
Wow. So if you talk about things that maybe need to be cleaned up, that would be some of them for Coach Erickson.
Agreed.
This is a hard game to go watch film and try to improve if you're the Badgers. But something like that, something like penalties, like keeping your head, not roughing the kicker when you're up 50, is something they can do.
Handoff and a gain of about 2 yards. Trying that left side. Was that Walker? That's who's been in the backfield on the last few possessions. And I didn't.
John Hunt, number 91 for the Badgers from the defensive line position, is able to bring him down.
Gain of 2. It'll be 2nd and 8. Clock continues to run. Mercifully. 8 minutes and 15 seconds to go here in the first half. Coming up at halftime, we will have the Snow College halftime show for you, and we'll have a scoring summary and a few stats from the stats master Brad James. Handoff again, and a little bit of success there on 2 back-to-back runs. In fact, picking up maybe 4 yards, and now a late flag comes in. It's possibly going to be on the Badgers. A long ways away from that play is the flag, but the wide receiver throwing a block downfield and the defensive back maybe taking an issue with it. We'll see what the call is. If it's on the offense, I don't agree with it. I mean,
he's just blocking downfield.
He's just blocking downfield.
Until the whistle. Unless they say he went after the whistle, of course. But we will see. I think if the officials take it serious, whether it's 50-0 or tie ball game, and they're gonna try and get it right no matter what.
So rushing yards so far, Gordon's has
no foul for holding on the offense. They'll pick up the flag, going to bring up, what, about 3rd and 6 or so, right?
Yep. Minus 58 yards rushing so far for Gordon's.
So if Snow is going to try and average less than 50, giving up defensively rushing yards, this is a good start. Somebody's going to have to get 100 to get it to an average of 50.
3rd and 5 for Gordon's. And it looks like Webster's back in at quarterback.
Like I say, he's got size. He looks like a college quarterback.
And the handoff gets back, back to the line of scrimmage, and that is all that's going to bring up 4th and 5.
Number 45, Stone Murito. Foul tackle.
So 4th down for Gordon's, and a punting situation. Is Larson going to come back in to return the punt? He's waiting on the sidelines. I heard the coach on next to us say Mnookin.
Yeah.
So Carson Mnookin is going to come in and be the deep man on the punt return this time. So maybe Taylor is done for the night.
So is that the coaching staff right out there that we hear?
Right next to you.
Okay.
Yep. It's been interesting to be in this position sometimes.
Yeah, I'll bet. Yeah.
I don't know why we're waiting so long here. Play clock is down to 10. And
waiting
finally,
for players to come in, I think.
Late player coming in for the Panthers. High snap, a floating snap, and they have to rush and get it away.
Good kick.
Great kick. Mnookin fields it at the 31. Mnookin Finds a hole, jumps over the defender, and gets out near the 50-yard line.
Yeah, they're going to call a blindside block right back here about the 35-yard line. The Badger lowered his the Badger player lowered his shoulder. If you watch this, and this is kind of a new thing right here. It's kind of a new thing. I watched it live. It's kind of a new thing where that used to, 5 years ago, that was a perfect block. That's what you taught. That's what you wanted. That was a guy lowering his shoulder and creating a lane for the punt returner. But if the defensive or the kicking team now, if he's defenseless, you can't lower your shoulder and launch yourself into him. You got to get those arms extended out when you're blocking. And the Badger just launched himself into a defenseless player. And usually you hear defenseless player on like a receiver, and that's not this situation.
Right.
But if a guy just barely turns around, you can't launch into him. That's what I guess what I'm trying to say. So. But Badgers will still have it, and what about 80 yards? Hey, 78 yards, 22-yard line.
22-yard line. And McGrath in the backfield with Malisi. And the Badgers go with 2 wideouts left, 2 wideouts right. 6:25 remaining in the second quarter here. Snow College Badgers with one of their few offensive possessions, just their 6th offensive possession. And the handoff goes to Malisi. I'll tell you, I've got to mention this. Number 62, offensive lineman, they don't get their name called a lot. Luke Whitworth pushed the defensive player almost 10 yards down the field.
Past the sticks, yeah, that's...
And he's the center.
Man, so, they got some horses up there, don't they?
They really do. 2nd down and 2. Hand off to Malisi again. Malisi has enough for the first down. But he really pays the price. Good defensive effort that time. Coming up and making the hit was Isaiah Handsome.
One of the better defensive plays that time for Gordon's, just filling that gap and meeting Malisi and not letting him push you back another 5 yards or so, like has happened quite a bit tonight.
Right. So the Badgers content to keep this ball on the ground so far, and they pick up first down. 1st and 10 at the 33-yard line. Hand off to Malisi again. Ooh. This time Malisi's hit in the backfield. Great defensive effort that time by the Panthers. Big number 96. Who is that? I don't know. Don't have him on the roster. That's too bad. That was a great defensive play.
Got about 3 rosters from Gordon's before this game started. I had a 98, Alan Kentrell Hill. Don't know if that's it or what, but.
And Davion Rucker was another one. Here's the handoff to Malisi. Malisi's not going to be denied this time.
That's more what we've been seeing.
Yeah. And Sione Malisi, a pickup of about 10 yards out to the 46-yard line. That's enough for a first down.
So Sione Malisi, he didn't start the game at running back. He had Targi Lamson there, but he's somebody that's going to be so important for the Badgers this year. We'll see how much playing time he gets here in the second half. Probably none.
I would say that's probably right. 2 wideouts left, 2 wideouts right, and they're getting a steady dose of Malisi. This time Malisi, if he slows and waits for a block, he does.
Ooh.
And makes a nice cut, nice straight arm, still on his feet. Loses his helmet. I thought it was the football for a minute, but I think he lost his helmet. Or no, that
was a Gordon's helmet.
That's a Gordon's helmet.
Yeah.
So Malisi with a huge run all the way inside the 10-yard line to about the 6. And another first down. Malisi's been in the end zone twice, and he definitely wanted to get there a third time.
I thought he was going to get the hat trick there with his third one, but a 48-yard run as it is. Nice run for him.
So Malisi still in it in running back. And McGrath, the quarterback, getting the signal called from the sidelines. 25 seconds on the play clock. You going to give us an update on the BYU game?
They haven't started yet, but I will.
All right. One of the biggest BYU super fans I think I have ever known. Badgers run a little jet sweep there, and that goes nowhere.
Another good defensive play by Gordon. Step up and drop the Badgers, maybe even for a little bit of a loss there.
Coming in motion on that play was Adam Johnson, and he gets the handoff, and he just runs into half of the Panther defensive line. Badgers running plenty of play clock here, not in a hurry to get this play underway. McGrath getting the signal. Malisi in the backfield still with him. 2 wideouts right, 2 wideouts left for McGrath. Tavita Noah is returning tight end, but he's still nursing a bit of an injury from the championship game. Malisi couldn't get his feet going the right direction, but gets inside the 5-yard line, a gain of about 5 yards.
Yeah, kind of stumbled forward on that left-hand side.
So what I was saying is Tavita Noah, the tight end who returns, still trying to get healthy, and so I don't think you're going to see the Badgers run much of a tight end formation. They like to run this 4 wideouts and a single setback.
Yeah, he had a good year last year, Noah did. What did he have? He had 159 yards receiving, 4 touchdowns.
So 3rd and goal here. The Badgers just inside the 5-yard line. McGrath takes the snap, runs the option, hands to Malisi. Malisi stumbles again, loses the ball. It's loose in the end zone, and the Badgers cover it up. But are they going to say he was down? Nobody's signaling a touchdown, so I think it's going to be Badgers ball, 4th and goal at the 1-yard line. Here's the replay, and he definitely did not get in the end zone, but I think the ball was down before he fumbled it.
There was a flag on the field. The official on that far side picked it up. I don't know if he just dropped it, because I don't see a call being made here, Gary.
It looks like the Badgers going to go for it here on 4th down. You've gotten this far with Malisi. Don't you give it to him again? I hate this when you get to the 1-yard line then let somebody else score.
Yeah, let the quarterback keep it here. Oh, they will.
That's what they do.
Yeah.
Tommy McGrath bounces it to the outside, foot race, and he's in the end zone. Don't want to take anything away from Tommy McGrath, but Sione did the bulk of the work there.
Yeah. I bet you Sione will be happy for him getting that rushing touchdown, a passing touchdown, and a rushing touchdown. Now McGrath in his first start for the Badgers.
And as soon as I said that, that's what the play was going to be.
Right when I said, let the quarterback keep it, I thought, nah, he's going to. Yeah.
So Tommy McGrath gets into the MACU end zone once again. Mountain America Credit Union guiding you forward with affordable financial services and expert advice. Details at macu.com. Extra point coming up from Stockton Lund. Snap is good, placement's good. The kick is up, and the kick is good. And the Badgers now lead it by a score of 57-0. We'll be back with the kickoff after a Utah Heritage Credit Union timeout. Utah Heritage Credit Union for auto, ATV, mortgage, and new home construction loans. Visit with UHCU.
Little Caesars of Ephraim and Nephi have expanded to a 3rd location in Gunnison, inside Gunnison Sinclair. Hours Monday to Saturday, 10:30 a.m. to 9 p.m. Come enjoy classics like crazy bread, cheese, pepperoni, and 3 meat treat pizzas. Little Caesars also offers wings, dip, soda, and an awesome family meal deal, including 2 liters of soda, pepperoni or cheese pizza, and a crazy combo for just $9.99. Come enjoy one of the best deals in America. Little Caesars, Ephraim, Nephi, and Gunnison.
Live Snow College sports action on Centricom Channel 10, the ScenicWestNetwork.com, and the Mid-Utah Radio Sports Network.
Welcome back to Terry Foote Stadium. Gary Chedester and Greg Sterner with you. And we have 1:33 remaining here in the first half. Snow College Badgers lead it by a score of 57-0. The offense has scored, running and passing. The defense has scored, and special teams has scored.
Defense has scored interception and fumble.
Right.
The special teams has scored on a blocked punt. They haven't ran back a punt or a kickoff because they haven't received a kickoff. But
so we have some work to do.
Hey, that's something we need. Hey, if I'm the special teams coach, I'm saying, come on, guys, pull your weight.
Kicked down to the 5-yard line and returned out to the 15, the 20, down the sidelines and out of bounds at about the 24-yard line.
That's going to be a flag, I'm sure, too. Tackling him out of bounds.
There it goes.
How do you? This
another one.
This is the trouble with something like this. Is how do you tell these guys are they're dogs out here. The Snow College guys, they are just ears pinned back. What superlative can you say? They're looking for blood, and I don't mean that negative. You want that in a football team. You want them gritting their teeth and taking somebody out. So how do you tell them to back off? How do you do that, Gary, as a coach?
I have no answer for that.
When it's 57
and it's
to
0.
The
first game of the year, you're trying to prove something. You've got guys that are trying to prove something to get into the starting lineup or to get more playing time. I mean, there's 1,000 reasons why these guys are going to want to play as hard as they possibly can.
Yep.
But you got to be smart too. Once it's out of bounds, it's out of bounds.
Yeah,
That's not where you prove that you should be on kickoff returns or playing defense instead of kickoff returns.
Absolutely. Yeah, you got guys, some of these guys out here that are, played 4 years of high school, dreamt of playing at the next level, and here's their first game.
Right.
You get to play under the lights in Ephraim in Terry Foote Stadium with the BAC here in the end zone. This is a cool junior college stadium, and you're just going to play just all the way. You're going to play as hard as you can. So
we're going to sort this out and see what happens. You got 1:26 on the clock.
2 dead ball fouls, so I think you're going to see 30 yards tacked onto this, Gary.
I think you're going to see retaliation.
You called it. The score is 1 Gary, 0 Greg. Brad James is going to put that in the stats right now. Gary 1, Greg 0. We'll keep a running total here. We don't get replay like the big guys do at the college. But
no, we don't.
Yeah, there should be a rule that we have to take separate sides on any possibly play that would have been replayed, and we'll see who wins this year.
Okay.
I get to choose next first time because you won this one.
Okay,
even though I did
enough.
Pick first this time. So
yeah, but you're not even going to be here next week.
That's true. That's true.
BYU superfan going to go on the road to watch
the BYU Utah game.
Is that at BYU this year?
It is this year. Yep. See if we can break a decade-long curse. I got a sophomore in high school that's a bigger BYU fan than I am, and he doesn't remember my Cougars beating those Utes.
Wow.
So don't think he will this year either, but we'll see. There's hope.
Well, the Utes had a little bit of a scare. They scored first, and then the kickoff got returned for a touchdown. They were down 7-3.
And God wasn't happy about that, so lightning struck, and there was a 30-minute delay or so.
Right.
I don't know. God is a Utah fan, I think.
Well, maybe.
Didn't know this is where this game was going to go, but
a gain of about 3 yards as the Panthers run it off tackle. And clock continues to run. I'm trying to see who's in there right now. It looks like Tui Lai is in the middle of that defensive line. Big number 99. Tui Lai. Also out there is 92, Sony Vunipola. He's on the right side of the defense, so I don't see many starters out there right now. But Webster is back in at quarterback for the Panthers. He had a bit of a break. Badgers still blitzing, and the handoff is going to lose maybe a yard.
Looked like there might have been some offensive line movement a little early that time, but the refs keep the flag in their pocket. Do a good job there by keeping the flag in their pocket.
And that is probably going to be the last play here of the first half. Down to 10 seconds as the clock runs out. And the Badgers lead it by a score of 57-0. We'll take the timeout as well. And when we come back, we'll have the Snow College halftime show for you. Get a quality education that's affordable and fun at Snow College. Visit snow.edu. We'll be back after this.
Are you looking for a TV experience you'll love? Then listen up. Manti Tel has partnered with Philo to bring you over 60 channels of live and on-demand TV. Stream your favorite shows from networks like Hallmark, Discovery, Nickelodeon, and more. The best part is Philo gives you over 60 channels with unlimited recording on all of your devices, so you can watch what you want, when you want, for only $25 a month. To sign up, go to go.philo.com/mtcc. That's go.philo.com/mtcc. Manti Tel, connecting your life since 1907.
This is Nate Johnson of Risk Managers Insurance Agency in Ephraim. It is surprising how many people do not have any life insurance or adequate coverage today. If you were to suddenly die, would your family have enough money for your funeral and to pay off any debt you may have, or funds to live on with your income no longer available to care for your family? You may be surprised at how low life insurance rates are. Let me sit down with you and discuss how life insurance can benefit you and your family. Call us at Risk Managers in Ephraim, 283-4685.
Sanpete Steel in Moroni was founded in 1994 and is one of the major steel construction companies in the Intermountain West, specializing in structural steel fabrication and erection. Sanpete Steel's impressive portfolio includes the Hale Theater in Sandy and structures on the campuses of the University of Utah, BYU, and UVU. Sanpete Steel in Moroni, where their motto is done right and on time, at 685 East Main in Moroni. Call 800-261-1026, 800-261-1026, or sanpetesteel.com.
At Intermountain Sanpete Valley Hospital, we know that life may be different right now. We are ensuring your confidence and safety with things like temperature checks and constant disinfecting of patient areas. We are doing everything possible for COVID-19, but there is essential care beyond the virus. Broken arms haven't stopped. Heart and stroke emergencies continue to happen. Babies continue to be born. So please don't put off the care you need, especially for stroke-like symptoms or other urgent care needs. We're here for you. Intermountain Sanpete Valley Hospital.
Live Snow College sports action on Centricom Channel 10, the ScenicWestNetwork.com, and the Mid-Utah Radio Sports Network.
Welcome back to Terry Foote Stadium and the Snow College halftime show. Snow College ranks among the nation's top 10% in student success. Turn on your education and visit snow.edu. Gary Chedester, Greg Sterner, and the Stats Master Brad James here with you on the halftime show. And we're going to turn some time over to Brad James to fill us in on some of the first half statistics from this matchup. Brad?
You see the Badgers have 236 yards of offense, 214 yards of offense for the Panthers, and 10 first downs Badgers and 9 first downs for the Panthers. Minus 56 yards on the ground for Gordon's and 188 for the Badgers. That's the biggest difference in the game. 188 yards to the Badgers credit and minus 56 to Gordon. And Gordon's has had success on kick returns, 6 kick returns, 123 yards on those kick returns, and the Badgers are having trouble with penalties again, 8 penalties and 113 yards. It's like Arizona State against SUU the other night that Herman Edwards said that we were having too many penalties at the half. He mentioned that it wasn't 57-0, but it was comparable to this in this scenario. But the Sun Devils just dominated that game too. But the best offensive player for Gordon's Panthers is Vashon Placer, 4 receptions, 67 yards for Placer. And moving to the Badgers offense, you have Tommy McGrath with 3 completions in 3 attempts, 48 yards and a touchdown. And Sione Malisi has 9 carries, 86 yards and 2 touchdowns. And Targi Lamson has 6 carries, 85 yards and a touchdown. So great success out of Sione Malisi and Targi Lamson, both well over 80 yards and 3 net touchdowns between them. Taylor Larson has the Badgers' only receiving touchdown, 1 grab for 23 yards and a score. Dawson Tanner, 1 grab for 23 yards, and Lamson also has a catch for 2 yards, 87 net yards of offense for Targi Lamson for the Badgers. And I can give you a few around college football here, letting people know what we have around the country.
Did he just show up?
You've got, if my board will work here, perhaps a surprise, Georgia leads Clemson 10-3. Texas A&M over Kent 27-3. Florida over Florida Atlantic 28-7. UCLA leads LSU 14-10. Montana leading Washington. So the Grizzlies 10 and the Huskies 7. But we do have BYU, U of A, nothing right now. We've got a Badger fan or a Cougar fan with Greg on our call, but I'm a U of A Wildcat missionary, but nothing there. But I'm objective. I'm Walter Cronkite when I do these college broadcasts in essence, and that's the way it is. I can do a much better Don Criqui than a Walter Cronkite. But that's how things are. Oh, another mission thing for me, because we had the borderland, we had El Paso, Texas, and Las Cruces, New Mexico. New Mexico State leads San Diego State 3-0. So I only served in Tucson and El Paso, so I can't really claim Las Cruces, but I ate in Las Cruces on my way to El Paso sometimes.
Okay.
So 3-0 New Mexico State. And that would be a look at around the nation.
Thank you very much, Brad James, the Stats Master. We'll take a break and come back with more on the Snow College Halftime Show right after this.
Campus life at Snow College is awesome. On our small, friendly, residential campus, you can participate in fun student life events, join student clubs, and cheer on our nationally ranked athletic teams. And if you want adventure, you can find about every outdoor activity imaginable just minutes from campus. Come check out Snow College and see why it's one of the best two-year schools in the nation at snow.edu.
Professor Rock here.
The Food Nanny.
Chandler Scott here.
Samry. Hey, everyone. Hello. I just want to tell you about this amazing,
Excellent.
Cool account called My Style.
My Style checking. I'm talking travel points.
Gift card. Concert tickets.
All just for using my account. That's My Style.
So check it out.
Give it a shot. Open your My Style checking account today.
San Pete Steel in Moroni was founded in 1994 and has grown to be one of the major steel fabricator and erectors in the Intermountain West. The management and staff recognizes the dedication and hard work of the Snow College athletic teams and hopes their support assists the athletic programs in continuing their traditions of excellence. San Pete Steel in Moroni, where their motto is done right and on time. Honored to sponsor the Snow Badgers Steelman Play of the Game.
Looking for an affordable education? Come check out Snow College. Snow has the lowest cost tuition and housing in Utah. In fact, you can live in student housing for less than staying in your parents' basement and attending a university. At Snow College, it's all about you, where you get an individualized education and one-on-one time with your professors in very small classes, even as freshmen taking general eds. Come check out Snow College and see why it's one of the best two-year schools in the nation at snow.edu.
Live Snow College sports action on Centricom Channel 10, the ScenicWestNetwork.com, and the Mid-Utah Radio Sports Network.
You're tuned in to the Snow College Halftime Show. Snow College has assembled the best quality, most affordable, and flexible offerings in online education. Visit snow.edu for more information. Snow College Badgers lead it here at halftime by a score of 57-0 as we check the Central Valley Medical scoreboard. Having chronic knee pain from a worn-out knee? Yes, I am. Check out the new Rosen Knee robotic technology at CVMC. Call 435-623-3200. I wonder if they have a discount that I can, if I read this an extra 3,000 times, do you think I could get a little bit off?
Yeah, that and your shoulder, right?
Well, yeah, I was scheduled for a knee replacement, then COVID hit, and my doctor, they called the night before my surgery and canceled it.
Oh, wow.
And then when things started to open back up, my shoulder was hurting so bad, and my knee wasn't hurting anymore, so I ended up with aftermarket parts in my shoulder.
There you go.
But I'm still waiting for aftermarket parts in my knee as well. Snow College Badgers lead at 57-0, and Greg, I don't know. what more superlatives you can come up with. I mean, the Badgers are firing on all cylinders. Everything is working. The only thing that is frustrating maybe is the penalty situation. You got guys that are playing very, very aggressive, and I get that. It's the first game of the year. You've got guys that have something to prove. They've got a little bit of a chip on your shoulder. They're tired of hitting each other. They want to hit somebody else. I mean, there's 1,000 reasons why they're going 100 miles an hour, but you also got to look at this and say, hey, you're better than this team. You don't need to help them out by giving them penalties and moving them down the field. And you definitely don't want somebody getting hurt. Yeah, close to 100 yards in penalties against the Badgers there in the first half. So, yeah, they'll want to clean that up in the second half. But, the Badgers look good. They look violent on defense. I've mentioned that a few times. Offensively, and violent on the offensive line as well, which you definitely want. Their running backs are hitting the hole hard. They're finding that green grass and running somebody over. They haven't really had to throw the ball. Tommy McGrath 3 for 3, 48 yards and a touchdown. He also ran one into the end zone as well, as Brad James mentioned before the break. But if you're one of the Snow coaches, you're just saying you don't want to go half speed because you get hurt when you go half speed. Right. But keep your head on a swivel. Don't take anything cheap from them. If Gordon's, and I'm not saying Gordon's is a cheap team or anything like that, but anybody, if they've been drove into the ground all night, maybe some extra hits will happen after the whistle. But anyway, if you're the Badgers, you just want to finish this off clean and get to next week. Exactly. Snow College Badgers 188 net yards rushing, 196 net yards 198 or 88, excuse me, and then passing yards 48 yards, but just 3 completions. Yeah. I don't know what the QB rating is for that either. I don't know how to figure a QB rating, but if you are 3 for 3 and a touchdown, it's got to be pretty good. Got to be pretty good. Tommy McGrath, first time starting for the Badgers, and got to be happy if you're him. And Snow will be playing host to Gila River next week. Gila River is part of that Arizona group, and maybe we could mention a little bit about that. So Snow College for years played the Arizona schools. There were 4 Maricopa County schools. You had Phoenix, Glendale, Mesa, and Scottsdale. You also had Pima that joined the league a little bit later out of Tucson, and you had Eastern Arizona in Thatcher, Arizona, and Arizona Western in Yuma. And in fact, Glendale had won a national championship. Arizona Western, I think, won a national championship and played for several others. I'm trying to remember if Scottsdale and Phoenix maybe even won a national championship at one time. So they had some good schools down there. But a few years back, they decided no more football. And they canceled everything. And there was a group of men down there that decided that it wasn't right. There were some kids that needed the opportunity to be able to go to school. It was a way that they could get their education if they were playing football. And not a D1 kid. Right, exactly. And we know so many JC AA kids that go on and play and then move on and play at the D1 level and even make it into the NFL. Mm-hmm. There was a time when I was calling the games for Snow College back 100 or so years ago, and actually Snow College had more players in the NFL than BYU or Utah State or anybody else. So there is an avenue, and it's needed, I think. It's sad to see a lot of teams dropping the program. It does cost some money, but it's necessary. Anyway, I diverged a little bit. But this group down there decided, let's bring this back and make an opportunity for these young men to play football. So here's the situation. There's players, they have to be enrolled in college. That's part of the rule for them. They're not part of the NJCAA, but they have to be enrolled in college to play on any one of these teams. They ran into some problems because they had some schools that said, we don't want you enrolled here and playing for somebody else. So here's the irony. Snow College has players that will be playing against Snow College next week.
Really? So there's kids that go to Snow College that don't play for Snow College, but will play for Gila River or whatever.
Yes.
Wow.
They are enrolled in Snow College online. Snow College
online.
went down. Snow College went down to the Phoenix area, enrolled these students.
Okay.
So they're eligible within their own program, and then they're playing for these 4 teams. So it's I shouldn't have said who it is, but it's Gila River. There's the Scorpions. There's anyway, there's 4 teams down there, but all of the players have to be enrolled in college to be eligible for this, and then they're working with them to try to get them placed at D1 schools or D2 schools or what have you.
Well, and then so there's those 4 schools, and then don't they make kind of an all-star team of all of them as well to come and play, or didn't
That's what they did last year.
Oh, okay.
But this year it's going to be that Gila River team.
Oh, okay.
And they're playing each other. They're playing some other teams. I believe they played or are going to play New Mexico Military this year. So there are some other games there. So Snow College has Gila River on that schedule. We've got Community Christian, Georgia Military. That's going to be the first road game for the Badgers, October 2nd. And Georgia Military is nationally ranked, so that'll be a tough game. Iowa Western here at home. Iowa Western, again, a nationally ranked team. They're in the top 10. ASA Miami, that's a road game. October's going to be a tough road trip for the Badgers. They play 3 out of their 4 games on the road, and they play at Georgia Military, at ASA Miami, and at Kilgore, Texas.
Yeah, so
that's a brutal schedule right
frequent flyer miles for the Badgers this year. Do they charter?
They will not charter those, no. They did charter the bowl game to go back to Little Rock, Arkansas, but they will not charter for.
So do they just they fly,
others.
Right?
They do.
So they just commercial, just fill up a commercial plane?
Pretty much.
Holy cow.
Yeah. So they will fly, I believe, to all 3 of those road games. We actually have 4 road games. The other one will be at Community Christian. And that might be a bus trip. I'm not 100% sure on that one.
Okay.
So Snow College Badgers back out on the field as we get set for the second half. We're going to wrap things up here on the Snow College halftime show. Snow College ranks among the nation's top 10% in student success. You can get a quality education that's affordable and fun at Snow College. Visit snow.edu. We'll be back with the kickoff after this.
I'm Annie Hatch, a registered nurse and the nurse manager for Women and Newborn Services here at Central Valley Medical Center. Our department is dedicated to provide an exceptional experience during this important time of your life. CVMC Labor and Delivery is where families are born. We pride ourselves in the fact that we are a small hospital and are able to provide you, your newborn, and your family personalized care throughout your labor, delivery, recovery, and postpartum stay. CVMC prides itself in having specially trained nursing and medical staff to ensure that you have the best care and patient experience possible.
This school year will be different.
This year, I'll do my assignments. On time.
I will listen to my teacher.
I solemnly swear.
I won't eat any glue.
I'll do my homework every night.
Every night.
Research? No problem.
School? I got this.
This year will be different. Visit Centricom.com to power your education with the best internet experience. Everyone succeeds with School to the Power of Centricom.
CO Building Systems in Ephraim manufactures a complete line of pre-engineered metal buildings of all sizes. Plus, they are your headquarters for custom metal roof and wall panels for your home or business, including all trim and accessories. All of their roof and wall panels are available in several gauges and over 20 different colors. For a free cost estimate or more information, contact CO Building Systems in Ephraim. 800-262-5347. That's 800-262-5347. Online at cobuildings.com.
Live Snow College sports action on Centricom Channel 10, the ScenicWestNetwork.com, and the Mid-Utah Radio Sports Network.
Welcome back to Terry Foote Stadium. Gary Chedester, Greg Sterner, and the Stats Master, Brad James, as we get set for the second half. Badgers lead at 57-0, and Stockton Lund will kick it off.
So... yeah, I was thinking, didn't Snow kick off the first? But no, they had to fumble the first play. Yeah. That's why I was confused. But yeah, Snow College kicking off. They've had a lot of work on their kick today.
This is going to be a low bouncing kick and goes out of bounds. Okay.
So if it hits that, is it considered out of bounds?
That's just what I was going to ask you, because if you run the ball and you hit it with going for a touchdown, it's a touchdown.
Yeah. So it's inbounds if you do that.
So if it hits it here, and that's what they ruled.
Right,
okay. Yeah, we were thinking the same thing. We don't have to take opposite sides on that.
That's right. I was just going to say.
But it is interesting because if you go down there, that pylon is out of bounds.
Yeah, sitting on the edge, sure.
So it shouldn't be. I'm saying, why is it a touchdown when you reach it over and hit that? Because it is out of bounds.
Yeah. Unless you're saying you cross it because it touches it. It's touching the edge of the goal line, so it crosses. Anyway, whatever.
Yeah.
Who knows? Somebody watching is thinking, you idiots, this is why.
All right, Webster at quarterback. Low snap, picks it up, fakes the pass, hands off, sweep to the right, and good job by the corner over there to make the tackle for Snow College. And coming up with the tackle is number 19, Nick Haynes. Or no, I bet that's Reggie Ackles. Gain of 2.
Ackles is the one in the first half that had that big sack on the quarterback, fumble recovery, take it in for 6. Fumble recovery back to the end zone for the Badgers.
Second down and 8. Again, kind of a low snap. Picking up, throwing one hops it to the Badgers, so incomplete.
I think the receiver just slipped down and went right over where he would have been.
Landon Webster back in at quarterback. He started at quarterback, took a break, and then came back to finish off the first half and starts the second half here.
We talked in the first half about running clocks, shorter clocks, things like that. There's no running clock here.
Nope, and not shorter.
We kind of thought there would be.
Nope, they went with 15 minutes, and that clock stopped on the incomplete. 3rd and 8 for Webster. 2 to the left, 2 to the right. Single setback with him, and now he switches sides with him. That's Quincy Walker in the backfield. Back to passes Webster. Goes over the middle and incomplete.
Yeah, that ball just floated on him. It looked like the Badger safety back there may have had a chance for a pick. Who is that back there? Nick Haynes? No.
Jackson Smith, I think.
Where's that?
I'm going with Jackson Smith.
Okay.
That's who I have for 43. Do you have a different?
Yeah, nope, that's good.
Okay.
So could have been an interception, but just a little bit short. Bounced off the turf first. Going to bring up another punt for Gordon Sports Academy. This has kind of been a roller coaster. The punts have been so far today.
They have definitely added a little bit of intrigue to the game.
Yeah.
And part of the problem is the long snap. The snap is not a really bullet going back there. It's kind of a looping, kind of a high, long snap, and it's given the Badgers time to get through the line and put a lot of pressure on the punter.
We'll see if they keep rushing. This time they don't. They set up a return, I guess you could call it. Yeah, that's great.
Back to the 39-yard line. Is that Manukin?
I think that was, and he just runs over a Panther right at midfield, just lowers that shoulder and just trucks the Panther defender. If you watch on this replay, left-hand side there, gets up to midfield, lowers his shoulder, gets an extra couple yards. Woo!
Yeah, you hit the nail on the head. That was lowering the shoulder and just running through the defender.
Gets up to about the 47-yard line. A little bit of an update. Georgia ends up defeating Clemson in a top 5 battle between those two teams.
Wow. Well, it's
a big game.
I got a couple of friends that are going to be very happy with that. Wendy Warren is probably thrilled to death.
Big Georgia fan?
Oh, yeah. She used to work the games as an EMT, but she is a bulldog through and through. All right, is Sweeten in at quarterback. Badgers have the ball at the 47-yard line, and it is not Sweeten unless they gave him a different number. course, maybe that's one of the changes. I don't think I have the updated roster. You've got the same one I do.
What number do we have out there?
I don't. I thought 7. It was number 2. Who's a quarterback? Brad James. Well, they said it's Sweeten.
So Nordfeld says that was a complete pass by Gabe Sweeten, number 2. We had Deontay Davis on the roster. We got from the Badger coaching staff.
I had Sweeten at 12. That's why I wasn't sure. So Gabe Sweeten with the first down pass. Now he hands it off, and a gain of maybe a yard or so. So good to see Gabe Sweeten out there getting some reps and getting some time.
The ball carrier brought down by number 53 of the Panthers after a short game, second drive.
So now I need to find out who's in the backfield with Sweeten.
That D tackle looking like Warren Sapp out there, big old kid.
Yeah.
Man, big guy right there. Just off the nose. Getting pushed back, but...
Is that Mnookin?
Oh, making some guys miss, just dancing.
It's Mnookin. Is he getting the end zone? No, they don't give it to him. And an offensive lineman gets a little bit tangled up. Yeah. And the defensive player a little slow getting up. The offensive lineman was saying he had a hold of my face mask. No penalties.
Yeah, I'm surprised there was no flag right there. There was something afterwards. But as it is, Carson Mnookin with a big run down the sideline for about 32 yards down to the 1 yard line. And you hope they give it to him, let him punch it in, get that touchdown. But now we'll see Gabe Sweeten probably take it himself. Just like in the first half, right?
Yeah.
Oh, boy.
So Mnookin to the side of Sweeten. First and goal. And the handoff goes to Mnookin, but I think the Panthers thought the same thing I did.
Panthers need to tighten those chin straps a little bit. We've seen those shiny helmets rolling all night. Yep, they look pretty, but you got to keep them on your head for them to be useful. those
are just a bright, shiny chrome, isn't it?
Yeah, it is, yep.
So Mnookin does not get in the end zone. In fact, he loses a yard, and that'll be back to the 3 yard line. Again, the Badgers looking to the sideline for the play call. Mnookin will be on the left-hand side of Sweeten. 2 wideouts to the right, 2 to the left for the Badgers. Sweeten, long snap count. Takes the handoff. Pump fake, throws it to the back of the end zone. Touchdown. All alone back there was the slot receiver.
Number 2, Gabe Sweeten, to number 85.
I still haven't heard who he threw it to.
Number 85.
Okay, thank you. And that is going to be Peyton Beck on the reception. So a 3 yard pass. Sweeten to Beck. And the Badgers get into the MACU end zone once again. Extra point coming up from Stockton Lund. The kick is up, and the kick is good. And the Badgers now lead it by a score of 64-0. We'll be back with the kickoff after this.
Little Caesars of Ephraim and Nephi have expanded to a 3rd location in Gunnison, inside Gunnison Sinclair. Hours Monday to Saturday, 10:30 a.m. to 9 p.m. Come enjoy classics like crazy bread, cheese, pepperoni, and 3 meat treat pizzas. Little Caesars also offers wings, dip, soda, and an awesome family meal deal, including 2 liters of soda, pepperoni or cheese pizza, and a crazy combo for just $9.99. Come enjoy one of the best deals in America. Little Caesars, Ephraim, Nephi, and Gunnison.
Live Snow College sports action on Centricom Channel 10, the ScenicWestNetwork.com, and the Mid-Utah Radio Sports Network.
Welcome back to Terry Foote Stadium as the Badgers get on the board here in the 3rd quarter with 11:43 remaining. On a 3 yard pass, Gabe Sweeten to Peyton Beck. The PAT is good. And now the Badgers getting set for the kickoff.
So I coached a couple of my boys when they played middle school football. And there were times when, well, I'll tell you after this kickoff. You can call this kickoff here, Gary.
Well, I'm hoping it goes out of the end zone.
That's the hope. Last time it was a little bit lower. Not this time. Look at that boom.
But it's going to be fielded at the 10-yard line to the 20, 25, 30, 35, and out of bounds at the 38-yard line. Nice return for the Panthers, and they'll have good field position.
Well, that kind of goes with what I was going to say. So I coach junior high football for my kids. And there were times, both when I was on the losing end and on the winning end, where the fans of the other team start cheering for the team. Like, you kind of want to see those chrome helmets make a nice play right here. You know what I mean? Like, if Gordon's go out and does something, you'll hear the Snow fans, hey, good job. I hated that when I was on the losing end. That was worse than if they booed me. I hated those fans cheering for, oh, good job, guys. You know, feeling sorry for you.
Pity,
I hated that. But I think you'd kind of see that here if Gordon's, if they make some good plays, you might hear a couple of cheers for them.
Badgers rush 3, now come with a late delayed blitz. And Webster just doesn't get rid of the ball. He had time to get rid of it, but everybody was covered. And then he gets swallowed up. So the Badgers rushed 3, and then they brought a late linebacker. And nobody saw him, but it was it didn't matter. Yeah, it was the first 3 that got there. On the tackle 92. And the sack is Sony Vunipola.
Badgers just are deep on that defensive line. We're into... And when you say second string, that's not a negative. They may still get close to half the snaps of a competitive game. But yeah, they look good. Man, their defensive line has looked good tonight.
Stone Mulateo is right in the middle of that three-man defensive line. Webster goes deep, picked off. The safety came over and picked it off, and he's going to get a block downfield and go into the end zone. Touchdown. Flag on the play. We're going to have to see the replay to find out what the flag is, but it's going to come back.
Jackson Smith, right? Do I got a 43? If I got that number right, I was trying to catch that as he's running down the sideline there. Jackson Smith for the Badgers. A nice pick there from center field position.
And it was a blindside block again.
Yeah, another one of those.
Yep, I saw that one on the replay. So no touchdown. So the crowd celebrates the touchdown, but that's going to come back.
I'm kind of okay with that. If you want the honest truth, Gary, 10:29 left here in the third quarter. I think Snow will run the ball, which does one thing.
Keeps the clock running.
Runs that clock in a 64-0 game here, whereas Gordon's is...
I hope they don't feel the need to surpass the 77-0 from last year.
I don't know how they won't surpass that.
You don't feel a need to, do you?
I don't know. I don't know. It's a good question. I see what you're saying. I mean, yeah, I don't know, but that'll be tough not to, I think.
So I think you've seen the last of the starters for the Snow College Badgers. I see a couple of players down on the sidelines with the pads off, the jersey off.
Yeah, you talked a little bit about junior college ball and what it is, and there's no Dixie.
Yeah,
there's no Ricks. CEU hasn't played football in, I think they played back in the 60s or something, not a long time.
Right.
Snow is a unique thing. This little western town, and playing big level football. So it's fun, and if you're a Snow College fan, you're treated to a Clemson, Georgia, Alabama type program here in Ephraim. So
you really are.
Yep. For the level that they're playing at. Absolutely.
Manukin on the carry, picks up a gain of 4, and that's right to midfield. And that'll bring up a 2nd and 6.
You got a lot of kids. Utah's turned into a high school football recruiting hotbed over the last 20 years or so. And if a kid isn't going D1, because every other school now is D1, including Dixie and SUU and Weber, and they're all D1. Snow's a great place. Snow's a great place for him.
Manukin gets the handoff, not much where he meant to go. Ends up getting tackled from behind, but picks up a gain of 3. That'll bring up a 3rd and a long 3, short 4 for the Badgers. The ball is at the 47, and they have to get to the 44. Just barely across the 44, it looks like. Yeah, you're right. And you know, there's a group of high school kids, especially in Utah. I don't think you get many kids that are academically ineligible in Utah, but you got a lot of kids that maybe get overlooked. That this is a great place for them to come to and develop their skills and then move on. Sweeten fakes the handoff to Mnookin and shows some wheels.
Gabe Sweeten has some wheels, man. I didn't know he had quite that much speed. He just hit the 40-yard line and took off.
A 47-yard touchdown scamper by Gabe Sweeten. Gabe Sweeten going to try to show that he should be the starter here for Snow College as he comes in and throws a 3-yard pass to Peyton Beck and now gets back into the Mountain America Credit Union on a 47-yard touchdown run. And the extra point coming up by Stockton Lund.
Must not have a backup kicker. Because Stockton, he was it last year, and he's been doing the work today, hasn't he?
He has. I thought we did have a backup kicker.
Let's see, is it Stockton out there?
I thought it was still Stockton Lund. Oh, maybe it's not. This is Gary McKenzie. You know, it's still Stockton Lund.
Okay.
Gary McKenzie gave me some binoculars, and I forgot to bring them. Flag on the play, but I think the extra point is going to stand. Makes it 71-0. We'll take this opportunity for a quick timeout as the Badgers get into the MACU end zone. Mountain America Credit Union guiding you forward with affordable financial services and expert advice. Details at macu.com.
Are you looking for a TV experience you'll love? Then listen up. Manti-Tel has partnered with Philo to bring you over 60 channels of live and on-demand TV. Stream your favorite shows from networks like Hallmark, Discovery, Nickelodeon, and more. The best part is Philo gives you over 60 channels with unlimited recording on all of your devices, so you can watch what you want, when you want, for only $25 a month. To sign up, go to go.philo.com/MTCC. That's go.philo.com/MTCC. Manti-Tel, connecting your life since 1907.
Live Snow College sports action on Centricom Channel 10, the ScenicWestNetwork.com, and the Mid-Utah Radio Sports Network.
Welcome back once again to Terry Foote Stadium. And getting set to do the kickoff duties is Brody Taylor. And Brody, very high, short end-over-end kick is going to be fielded on the run at the 30 to the 35 and falling forward to the 32-yard line.
Let's see if Gordon's Sports Academy can get something going here. If you go to their website, I tried to look up a little bit about them. There's not a lot of details you can find, but they do tout having the toughest prep school schedule in the country. You know, they're playing some junior college. I think either Iowa Western or one of those.
Right.
They're playing a tough schedule of junior college teams, and you know, this is a tough game for them. Snow College, as we've mentioned multiple times, is a powerhouse in the junior college ranks, and let's see if they can put something together and maybe put some points on the board.
They will start at their own 37-yard line this time. They've started at the Badger 29. It was their best field position. They ended up turning it over on downs. Then they start at their 25, 15, 24, 25, 14, 17, 21, 25, 38, and 37.
Had a hole that time, a little bit of a hole, and it just closes down quickly. The athletes from Snow College, again, just filling the gaps that they're supposed to.
Nice job by Kendrick Williams, who reached out and caught him with one arm. Williams, linebacker here for the Badgers. 2nd and 8. 2 wideouts left, 2 wideouts right for Webster. Badgers showing blitz. And they do not come with the blitz. Handoff goes to Walker, and Walker gains a few yards, and then he's driven back, but his forward momentum is going to gain him about 4, maybe 5 yards.
Similar situation there with a little bit of room to run until a Badger linebacker steps up and makes the hit.
Looked like the Badgers were going to put some pressure on from the right side, and he just went right up the middle until he got to the linebacker 52, Nu'u Brown. And Brown just drove him backwards, but a gain of, let's give him 5. It'll be 3rd and 4. They're slowly chipping away at that negative 57 yards rushing. On 3rd down, snap is bobbled, but then handed off and gaining a couple of yards again in the middle of the field to the 45-yard line. It'll be 4th and call it 2.
It was a good play call that time. The Badgers brought a blitz off the edge, and the run went right up the middle. Because if they would have tried to do anything on the outside, it would have been blown up big time. But 4th and about 2 or 3 or so.
Yeah. Looks like they're going to go for it.
Why not?
I would.
Yeah.
Out near midfield here. Walker in the backfield with Webster on a big 4th down play here for the Panthers. Badgers again showing blitz, and here they come right up the middle. Webster wanted to pass it, and nobody was open, and he takes the sack again. And coming up right up through the middle that time. Well, I thought it was 47, but I don't have.
Yep.
I don't have a 47.
Neither does Dennis Nordfeld. He just credited it to number 47. So if you're number 47's parents,
I don't have
get
his
an
name
updated
on the roster.
roster.
Yep.
Yep. We're glad you're joining us tonight, though. Snow TV does a great job here at Snow College presenting all these athletic events. A busy day for one Mr. Gary Chittister today and staff, right?
Yep. Started at 10 o'clock this morning. The men won over Truckee Meadows in soccer 3 to 2. Not 40.
Yeah, that's like this.
3 to 2, and the women won 4-0.
Okay. 40.
Yeah. Rub that in. Manukin on the sweep to the left. That's going to come back with a flag.
Looks like a hold there on the outside.
I started thinking about the women's game, and I knew it was 4-0, and so that's why I got the 4-2.
Yeah.
So Manukin got inside the 30-yard line, but I think it's going to come back. So the Lady Badgers beat Salt Lake in soccer, beat Salt Lake 1-0 on Thursday.
Salt Lake was really good last year, weren't they?
They played for the national championship.
Yeah.
Snow made it to the Final Four.
Okay.
And Snow beat Salt Lake on Thursday 1-0. They were ranked 3. Salt Lake was ranked 2, so the Badgers should move up in that. The volleyball team, athletic director behind me, welcome. You just checking on us, make sure we're still okay. So the volleyball team started ranked 2nd in the nation. Football team 2nd in the nation. Soccer team ranked 3rd, and they should move up to number 2 next week.
So are you talking about the overall athletic department here at Snow College?
Yeah.
And how good it is right now, Gary?
I think I was, and I didn't even know he was here when I started that.
We got Rob Nielsen here with us, the athletic director. Ooh.
Hand off Manukin, and Manukin still on his feet and spitting his way inside the 40, inside the 35 to the 34 and a first down.
That kid runs hard. He runs hard as well, Manukin. He's not just a fun name to say. He's a good little runner out there. Not little. Yeah, he's a good strong runner.
He is. I tell you, the Badgers have been very deep at that running back position for several years now. I mean, when you got a guy like Manukin right there who's gaining great yardage, and he's, third off the bench, 4th?
Well, and Seth Kalin's out.
Right, and he'll be back next week. He probably could have played today, but they were going to give him another week. Hand off to Manukin, again, has good yardage. Straight arm, stays on his feet. He's inside the 20 to the 19, another first down.
And we don't hear that in the pregame show, that interview with the head coach, Zach Erickson, from our side. We don't hear that. Did he talk about the starter as far as Lamson or Kalin? Like, is there a designated starter? I mean, they'll both get tons of carries.
Right, right.
Okay.
No,
I was just wondering if one was above the other or if that was mentioned. Because, Kalen, I mean, he ran for about 800 yards last year in 9 games. Just an excellent running back for the Badgers. But then Lamson comes out today, and Malisi, Manukin. I mean, you got 4 deep right there.
Sweden taking a lot of time on the play clock here, down under 5 seconds to go. Takes the snap, hands it off to Manukin. Manukin again slides to the outside. High hurdles the defensive tackler and takes it into the end zone. Touchdown, late flag.
There must have been something going on
celebration? I did not see it.
Yeah, watch this replay here. Manukin just lines it up, sees the defender coming, goes too low, leaps over him, a la Taysom Hill at Texas 2013. Thank you, Gary. Takes it in and asks, "Are you not entertained?" to the fans in the end zone in front of the BAC.
Nice run by Manukin. I haven't seen the penalty call yet here, have you? Have they said anything?
I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, I don't know what that call is. So 77-0, that was the final score yesterday. Gary Chittister asked if they would beat that today, and this PAT is important for that, Gary. This is critical.
And the penalty is going to be personal foul on the Panthers, assessed on the kickoff.
Yeah.
So 20-yard TD run, Carson Manukin. And Taylor Larson will hold.
You got the starting holder still out there.
Yeah. Well, you don't want to mess with that.
Get the backup some reps.
A low line drive kick.
That glass
bounces off the building.
Yeah, I was worried about the glass there.
78-0, so the 77 has been eclipsed. We'll be back with the kickoff after this.
This is Nate Johnson of Risk Managers Insurance Agency in Ephraim. It is surprising how many people do not have any life insurance or adequate coverage today. If you were to suddenly die, would your family have enough money for your funeral and to pay off any debt you may have, or funds to live on with your income no longer available to care for your family? You may be surprised at how low life insurance rates are. Let me sit down with you and discuss how life insurance can benefit you and your family. Call us at Risk Managers in Ephraim, 283-4685.
Live Snow College sports action on Centricom Channel 10, the ScenicWestNetwork.com, and the Mid-Utah Radio Sports Network.
Welcome back once again to Terry Foote Stadium. Gary Chittister, Greg Sterner, and the Stats Master Brad James with you. Snow College Badgers now lead at 78-0 with 4:11 remaining in the third quarter. And getting set to kick it away is Brody Taylor. Not getting much work as a punter, so they're saying, go ahead and do the kickoffs here. So Brody Taylor will kick it off from the 50-yard line. Badgers a little late getting somebody out there. Yeah. And this is kind of what happens. You get to this point of the game, you're running different special teams out there and trying to figure out if you got enough guys out there. But the Badgers will kick it off from the 50. And this is going to carry through the back of the end zone. And the Panthers will take over 1st and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
Yep. 4:11 left here in the third quarter.
25-yard line, 1st and 10.
78-0. Beautiful night here in Ephraim. Lots of fans in the stands.
Where would you rather be? Maybe in Vegas watching your Cougars play Arizona.
I love my Badgers. I'm here for my Badgers, Gary.
You are a former Badger.
I know.
Once a Badger, always a Badger.
I graduated from Snow. I have 2 kids who are at BYU right now that graduated from Snow College as well. Their mom graduated from Snow College, yeah. Graduated from Snow College.
We're Badgers. That's right.
That's right.
Took me, about 14 years before I graduated from Snow College?
Yeah, and then now been working here for about, taught me.
29. I was hoping you weren't going to bring that
up. My first radio gig was on KAGJ FM Ephraim, The Cage with Gary Chittister.
Well, we got a timeout on the field. Let's take a timeout as well. A Utah Heritage Credit Union timeout. Utah Heritage Credit Union, your local credit union, with offices in Moroni, Mount Pleasant, my favorite branch, the Ephraim branch.
At Intermountain.
Proud to support Snow College. And if you are in for a loan, be sure and go to the Ephraim branch and ask for the Voice of the Badger discount.
There you go.
You might get a free pen out of it.
Luckily, I didn't do radio as a career after The Cage. I'm a banker. This is just fun.
Yeah.
Sanpete Steel in Moroni was founded in 1994 and has grown to be one of the major steel fabricator and erectors in the Intermountain West. The management and staff recognizes the dedication and hard work of the Snow College athletic teams and hopes their support assists the athletic programs in continuing their traditions of excellence. Sanpete Steel in Moroni, where their motto is done right and on time. Honored to sponsor the Snow Badger Steelman Play of the Game.
Live Snow College sports action on Centricom Channel 10, the ScenicWestNetwork.com, and the Mid-Utah Radio Sports Network.
Welcome back to Terry Foote Stadium. Handoff for the Panthers is going to gain a couple of yards out over the 25 to maybe the 27-yard line. And that'll bring up a 2nd down and 8. As we check the Central Valley Medical Center scoreboard, from orthopedics to pediatrics, trust CVMC. Call 435-623-3200. Snow College 78 and Gordon's 0. Still no score down in Vegas, huh?
Nothing. BYU, Arizona. Arizona punting back to the Cougs.
Sure. 2nd down, and we'll call it 8 here. Badgers still in that 3-4 defense. 3 down linemen. They've been able to get a lot of pressure with those 3 linemen, and just as I say that, it happens again. Webster flushed out of the pocket, throws on the run, and a little slow getting up. But great pressure from that near side defensive end.
Yeah, last year Snow College really dominated at the defensive end position. You had Pulsifer, he was the and Fuentes, right?
Right.
On those 2 ends, and those guys just looked like college defensive ends. They were built. The height, the weight, they just looked like defensive ends. And I wondered if that would be this year for Snow, how much of a loss, because Pulsifer's out. Fuentes is gone, correct?
Yes. Yeah, he went.
He had some good offers, I remember.
He did.
Anyway, I should have came prepared with that before I started.
UAB, University of Alabama, Birmingham.
And but anyway, if today is any indication, which it's probably not, but if today is any indication, the D-line doesn't have anything to worry about as we speak right now. Oh, the quarterback gets away a couple of times.
Now he loses the ball. And the Badgers are saying they came up with it. That's John Talmoa-Peau, who's been coming from that right side, and the Badgers do come up with the loose ball. So that's going to be a loss all the way back to the 10-yard line. That's going to hurt their rushing statistics.
I'm putting you on the spot here, Gary. I don't know if I remember this, but I swear late 90s or so, Keith Uperez is the coaches at Snow. You would have been calling the games, probably you and Bob Trithal.
Yep.
I swear they had some games where they would take a knee a couple of times, like in the second half, and then run a play on 3rd down. I swear I remember that, I'm not a Badger. I don't have I haven't watched every game for the last 30 years like you. But I mean, frankly, I guess when Mike Traina was calling the games, you didn't watch necessarily all of them, but you've called the games for years. And do you get into something like that?
I don't know that you do.
Is that even worse than just running a play? I do.
I think it's worse. I think it goes with along with what you were saying.
Yeah.
The pity cheers. If you're down, and the Badgers still have some things they need to look at. And here's case in point. Coming in at quarterback is Svoboda, Evan Svoboda.
He's got some height. Looks like a basketball player out there.
And he keeps it. And he's going to lose some yardage. But he did a little play action option there, put it in the belly of Carson Mnookin, and then pulled it back out and was going to run it. And he loses a few yards. So
football's tough when you get up like this. Basketball's a game where you can tell your kids, 3 passes before a shot, something like that. But football, man, you just got to keep playing. You can't.
Yeah. Mnookin is into the end zone again. Another leap into the end zone. Gain of about 10. Was that a 10-yard run, Brad? 11? Okay. So an 11-yard run by Carson Mnookin.
Carson Mnookin into the end zone.
What I'm getting at with that is, football is a different sport than almost anything else, really, as far as when one team is overmatching the other team.
Right.
I don't know how you call off the dogs in football unless you just completely call off the dogs and make it obvious. And that's tough. And Snow, 80 some odd points here. This is
85 with the extra point.
Yeah.
And the Badgers lead it. We'll be back with the kickoff right after this timeout.
Looking for an affordable education? Come check out Snow College. Snow has the lowest cost tuition and housing in Utah. In fact, you can live in student housing for less than staying in your parents' basement and attending a university. At Snow College, it's all about you, where you get an individualized education and one-on-one time with your professors in very small classes, even as freshmen taking general eds. Come check out Snow College and see why it's one of the best 2-year schools in the nation at snow.edu.
Live Snow College sports action on Centricom Channel 10, the ScenicWestNetwork.com, and the Mid-Utah Radio Sports Network.
Welcome back to Terry Foote Stadium. Gary Chedester, Greg Sterner, and the Statsmaster Brad James with you. Snow College Badgers 85 and the Panthers nothing. Checking the Central Valley Medical Scoreboard. Having chronic knee pain from a worn-out knee? Check out the new ROSA knee robotic technology at CVMC. Short kick is going to be fought over and then fumbled and then recovered at about the 35-yard line. Make it the 36. That time, 2 Panthers fought over the ball, and then it sprung loose, and they were fortunate that they were able to cover it back up. So right at the 36-yard line. And again, the Badgers, a lot of new faces out there. Even some that we don't have names for. Specifically number 47. I don't know who that is. And he's
made some good plays.
He's had some really good plays out there. Webster back out at quarterback for the Panthers. And Walker in the backfield with him with 2:26 remaining in the third quarter. Hand off to Walker. Walker fights his way forward and picks up a couple of yards. Nice effort.
So Brad James showed us the highest point total today as far as college football, 84 points. Presbyterian, is that what we said?
Yeah. Presbyterian Christian.
So now Snow College with 85. I remember Jim McMahon, and this is, I would have been 1 year old or something, but Jim McMahon, I think they put up 84 points on, UTEP, if I remember right, in the early 80s. And that's one of the few times I remember 80 points being put on the board. I don't know of 90, so we got a couple minutes left here in the third quarter, Gary. I don't know what else to say.
A minute 39, clock counting. Handoff once again to Walker. Walker tries the left side, and he's going to gain another couple of yards before he's wrestled to the ground.
And what's hard if you're Gordon's too is, you're traveling out here from Oklahoma. You got, what do you got, 20 kids? 20 players. I'm looking over on the sideline, maybe 25 or so. You don't have a bunch of kids you can bring in. You're running your guys. You're running your ones. That's what you got. So, you get guys hurt or just worn out. This offense has got to be worn out. They've been on the field a lot of the game.
I'm wondering if the Badgers suited up some players at halftime. Because I'm looking down there. Number 34, not on my roster.
Mm-hmm.
And we've already mentioned 47. And I think there's
either that or they've just changed from the time that we received the roster.
That could be.
Yeah, still going 5 wide, 4 wide, 2 and 2.
Webster takes the snap, hands it off to Walker. Walker tries to stutter step through the line and gets maybe a gain of a yard. It'll bring up 4th and 5.
Middle backer that stepped up for the Badgers there did a good job filling his gap right on that A-B type gap. If we watch this replay here, just steps up, lowers his shoulders, and makes that tackle. Is that 47 again?
I think it is.
Yeah.
Also in there is John Hunt on the defensive line and Sione Fungale in there as the quarter comes to an end. We'll take this opportunity for a Utah Heritage Credit Union timeout. Utah Heritage Credit Union for auto, ATV, mortgage, and new home construction loans. Be sure and check with Utah Heritage Credit Union. We'll be back with the start of the fourth quarter right after this.
I'm Annie Hatch, a registered nurse and the nurse manager for Women and Newborn Services here at Central Valley Medical Center. Our department is dedicated to provide an exceptional experience during this important time of your life. CVMC Labor and Delivery is where families are born. We pride ourselves in the fact that we are a small hospital and are able to provide you, your newborn, and your family personalized care throughout your labor, delivery, recovery, and postpartum stay. CVMC prides itself in having specially trained nursing and medical staff to ensure that you have the best care and patient experience possible.
This school year will be different.
This year, I'll do my assignments. On time.
I will listen to my teacher.
I solemnly swear.
I won't eat any glue.
I'll do my homework every night.
Every night.
Research? No problem.
School? I got this.
This year will be different. Visit Centricom.com to power your education with the best internet experience. Everyone succeeds with School to the Power of Centricom.
Live Snow College sports action on Centricom Channel 10, the ScenicWestNetwork.com, and the Mid-Utah Radio Sports Network.
Welcome back to Terry Foote Stadium as the Snow College Badgers lead at 85-0 as we start the fourth and final quarter. They're going to set the clock to 12 minutes here. That's only 3 minutes. That's not a
kind of arbitrary.
I mean, if you're going to do that, you might as well put it at 8 or 5 or 1.
That's scary. Okay.
Central Valley Medical Center scoreboard, 85-0 Snow College, and the Cougs got on the board.
6-0 for my Cougs. 85-0 for my Badgers.
Punting situation, and that's going to be fielded by Mnookin, and he's going to be taken down at the 23. And that's almost a situation, those that were watching this game, and I didn't really call it, but it was a punting situation. The Badgers decide not to rush anybody, just let him get it off because we've blocked some, we've caused some problems, and I think he thought about running it.
Yeah. Why not? Yeah.
Well, why not? Because then the Badgers are going to bring pressure again, and you're going to get
and the
killed.
Badgers.
I mean, seriously. I mean,
Gary 2, Greg 0. Correct, Gary. But the Badgers did a good job.
Lay up.
Right. You're right. Absolutely. We've been talking about it. How do you hold back in a football game? And if you hold back and the other team then tries to take advantage of you holding back, well, okay, we won't hold back.
Yeah, exactly.
Fellas. Yeah, and then what'll happen? And then we'll make it 100.
Svoboda again in at quarterback. Mnookin to his right. Handoff goes to Mnookin. Not much there. Badgers running a very different offense here. We haven't seen this option at all.
Little RPO, little run pass option look with the spread look. They've done it the whole second half. That's for sure.
Against Svoboda at quarterback, 2nd and 10. Hands it off to Mnookin. Mnookin gets a huge hole. Mnookin out near midfield and finally taken down at the 50-yard line. What a great run by Mnookin. Mnookin's going to be, what's his total now? We're going to have 3 players very close to 80 yards rushing here.
I'm wondering, and I don't know the Snow College, I don't know the depth chart. We have the roster. We don't have necessarily a depth chart, but I'm kind of wondering if, do you have another running back, or do you go deeper than 4?
Mnookin is now over 100 yards. He's your third running back?
Yeah, third running back tonight, but you got Kalen as well. Yeah. So do they not? I wonder if they just don't have anybody below number 4 on the depth chart, because I think you would see him.
I do too, yeah.
Yeah.
But seriously, Mnookin's got to be your number 4 guy.
Yeah.
And he's now over 100 yards rushing and leads the team in rushing. 100 and, what'd you say, 21. 121 as long as 32, and he's got 2 touchdowns.
Gordon's player down right now. That's why there's a little bit of a break.
Let's take the break as well, and we'll call it a Utah Heritage Credit Union timeout. Utah Heritage Credit Union for auto, ATV, mortgage, and new home construction loans. Nope, we're going to keep it right here. Just as I finish that, he gets up.
Hey, we're getting our money's worth if you're a Utah Heritage Credit Union.
Or if you're Central Valley Medical Center, or at Mountain America Credit Union.
Yeah. Got into that Mountain America Credit Union quite a few, end zone quite a few times as well.
Yes, we have. Okay, so I'm going to give you something to think about here while you're watching the Cougs. Is Little Caesars Player of the Game. We got to have that coming up here.
Okay.
And we got to have a San Pete Steel Man of the Game.
Ooh, nice.
Little Caesars Player of the Game for Fresh Pizza Fast. Make a pit stop at Little Caesars in Nephi, Ephraim, and in Gunnison. And San Pete Steel Man of the Game. San Pete Steel, done right and on time.
You got it. You going to put that on me today, Gary?
I'm gonna let you do that.
All right.
Because I'm going to have to do it next week when you're not here.
All right. You got it.
And so Little Caesars Player of the Game and a San Pete Steel Man of the Game. Svoboda brings a man in motion and hands it off. It's going to be a jet sweep to the right. Flag on the play. On the carry
Number
is
81.
Yep, Wyatt Parkinson. And the flag is probably going to go against the Badgers here. Yeah, there's a hold.
Gets the carry.
I saw the hold, but I'm not going to mention his name.
Well, they'll call it on the field because this is college. The official will tell you who it is.
Maybe they didn't hear it.
Yeah, that's right. That's right. In our silence, if you really wanted to protect him, Gary, you should have been talking.
Good point.
He's going to talk to you at the meeting next week.
Yes. Under 11 minutes to go here, fourth quarter. Holding moves it back to the 40-yard line, so it'll be 2nd and 20 for the Badgers. Svoboda at quarterback. High snap, hands it off to Mnookin. Mnookin starts to the left, comes back to the right, and picks up 3 yards to the 43.
A little bit of a spin there, trying to get out of the tackle, but the Panther defender did a good job hanging on.
I was looking down there earlier, and it almost looked like Mnookin had like a finger brace on or something, but maybe I was just seeing things. 85-0 is your score here in the fourth quarter, if you're still with us. 6-0 in Las Vegas as the BYU Cougars lead. The Utes were victorious on Thursday night this week. Svoboda passes out into the flats and wrestled to the ground after a gain of about 7.
Try and get that number on the, is that 81 again? Try and see Parkinson again this time.
I think this time it was Peyton Beck.
Nordfeldt disagrees with you.
Who did he say?
Parkinson.
Oh, did he?
80,
Okay.
81, I think.
All right, yeah. I'll go with that.
Got the Badger band jamming out here. They none of the fans have left. I mean,
yeah, I was going to say, I don't think there's been many that have left.
Yeah, Terry Foote Stadium full tonight for Badger football. How many does it hold? Do you know?
Nope.
Do you know that right off the top? I don't know. 3,000 or something? I don't know. 2,500?
Really, yeah, I think it is around 3,500, but I could be wrong.
Ooh.
So Svoboda airing it out. And throwing the pass out over the middle, but it's no good. What?
Just
the pass.
Tossing. We're going deep. Going deep on 3rd and 10 there. Yeah, that.
He had him
that
out
was
open.
Surprising. Yeah, that was surprising. He's got a good arm.
But Badger's going to go for it here on 4th and 10. Svoboda takes the snap, hands it off to Manukin, who loses 3 yards.
And turn the ball back over to Gordon, see if they can get on the board for the first time.
Nobody was fooled on that play.
Yeah.
James DeBow in for the first time that I have noticed at linebacker. Harrison Manu Tuane also out there for Snow College. Quincy Milholm in at defensive back. Safety Alex Morrison. Trying to get some of these guys some time. Stone Mulateo out there.
If your name's Stone and you play football, you better hit people pretty hard.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like
yeah.
I hand it to him to make it to the next level after high school, because you've got a target on your back. The other team knows who you are if your name's Stone and you're playing football, man. Make him remember that name.
Jackson Smith also out there for the Badgers. Badgers in their home orange uniforms and white helmets.
Looking really sharp.
1st and 10 from the 47-yard line. Handoff is going to gain 2 yards to the 45. Badgers say they have the football, or somebody came up.
Yeah, an official ran in there quick. I was wondering if there was something happening on the pile, but it looks like they're going to keep it in Gordon's hands. Gordon's Fine Arts and Sports Academy.
Well, Gordon's right now is a total of minus 72 yards rushing, 70 yards passing. So their total offense should be 2 yards. Is that not correct?
-2.
-2, yeah. -2.
That's the Snow College math.
Total, yeah.
Coming out, Gary.
Well, I'm not a math major.
No, that's my Snow College math. I did it right.
I know, but I'm not a math major. That's why I didn't do it right.
Oh, I see. All right.
Oh, that's going to help him. Big run. That's going to gain huge yardage. That's the best play from the line of scrimmage yet.
Yeah.
Dare I say, for...
I would agree with that. Yep.
Morrison
Some
makes
room
the
on
carry
the left side.
all the way down to the 22.
Yeah. And if you're a Badger coach, we've talked a little bit about what you're looking for in film and whatever, but I can promise you they don't want to give up a score.
No.
Whether it's 85-0 or 15-0, 14-0, whatever. They don't want to give up a score here.
I don't think they even want to give positive yards.
Sure, yeah.
So 1st and 10 for the Panthers at the 22-yard line. Webster hands it off again. Not much of an opening this time.
Yeah, linebacker stepped up from the Badgers again and met the running back. Just hit that hole hard. Filled his gap like he should.
Number 27, the ball carrier. Number 40,
well, not having a name for 47, he's been in on a lot of great plays for the Badgers. John Hunt also in the middle of that defensive line. Stone Mulateo on one side, and on the other side is Sione Fungale. Six and a half minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter. Play clock down to 13. And Webster getting set to run the play here. Badgers showing blitz, and they come on it. Handoff gets back to the line of scrimmage, and that is about all.
I'm kind of wondering if Gordon's, and I should have noticed this a lot sooner than 5-6 minutes left in the fourth quarter, but I think some of those linemen are going both ways.
No, I think you're right.
Yeah, and that's That's a long game.
You know, and I talked with Coach Zach Erickson once before with some of these teams they're playing, and that's one of the real hard things is finding offensive linemen.
Oh, I'll bet.
I mean, that's, you know,
high schools are running into that now.
Right.
I mean, let alone these prep schools that are after high school. Sure. Yeah.
Badgers come on a blitz and maybe a gain of a yard. So the Arizona schools are facing that same problem, and not schools, but the teams that we talked about, those prep teams that are down there. That's one of the things that he talked about with them is they're having trouble getting offensive linemen and especially any depth.
Yeah.
You know, they can get 5, 6 offensive linemen.
It's one thing to be a starter, but to go grind it out every day against college level athletes in practice and then go to games against a snow college and be 85-0 and to be a backup on the offensive line and show up to that every day, that's tough.
Yeah, that is tough.
That's tough. You got to be pretty dedicated.
4th down for the Panthers. Webster back to pass, throws the deep fade, and just threw it out of bounds.
Yeah, receiver just stopped that route, just far over his head. Turn the ball back over to the Badgers. 4:37. How many first downs is that to run out? What do you got, about 2 minutes some odd to?
Well, you got a 25-second play clock.
40. Yeah, 25 after the play like this when they start it, but it'll go to 40 after each play. So
I don't know what you got.
I think you got to get 2 first downs. 2 first downs, I think, to run out the clock. That's if it goes all the way to 3rd down each time. So 85-0. We wondered if we would see 90 after they hit 85. I was mentioning, you see high 70s in college football often. 80s sometimes, 90s just doesn't happen.
And Svoboda out there once again with Carson Mnookin to his right. We'll see what the Badgers' play call is here. I think you give a steady dose of Mnookin. And there it is. Mnookin makes a man miss. And Mnookin is going to gain almost a first down. In fact, I think they're going to give it to him.
A little bit of a juke stick that time for
and a spin.
Yeah, the circle button there to get away in the backfield. Beautiful run by Mnookin.
Is that what it is on the PlayStation?
That's right.
The circle button.
Right. Circle button or the juke stick. That's what my kids will tell me.
Okay.
Kevin, he likes that. Oh, again.
And another one, and now he just falls down.
Breaks his own ankles.
That was a nice move to begin with for Mnookin.
Yeah.
We're down under 4 minutes to go here. So a lot of time on the play clock. I'd like to see the Badgers run it down, but Svoboda coming up to the line here with still 20 seconds on the play clock.
If he snaps this with more than 5 seconds, well, they want to run their offense, I guess. Because you got 13 and it snapped.
Svoboda keeps it, follows the blockers.
Big hit.
And
another helmet.
Another helmet off the player. So that carry by Svoboda gets it out to the 36-yard line. It'll be 3rd and 4.
What do we got next week, Gary? What do we got?
We got the Gila River.
Okay. Oh, that's right. We talked about that. That's the Arizona School.
Arizona School will be coming up here.
7 o'clock, Terry Foote Stadium next week, Robert Stoddard Field.
And Svoboda keeps it again. And this time he comes up short of the first down, so it'll be 4th and 2 or 3. We'll see if the Badgers punt it away or if they go for it again like they did last time. Because if they pick up the first down...
Yep, you can kneel it out if you get the first down.
Yep.
Or very close. It'd be close to it.
Probably have to run another 3 plays and get another first down, but...
It's going to be
You're right, it is going to be close.
Yep.
So what's Zach Erickson calling from the sidelines?
Does he call the plays?
He does. Yep, he's the offensive play caller. And the Badgers are going to go for it here on 4th and 3.
Pass.
And the pass is at the feet of the intended receiver, so that'll turn it over on bounds.
I saw a little bit of a trick play the other day. I think it was it Mountain Ridge against Wasatch, I think it was, where the receiver went back, and it was a bounce pass like that bounced to him on purpose. That's why they did it like that. But it was a lateral, so the other team kind of stopped, and that's the whole point. And he picks it up and takes it into the end zone. It was just like that, except it was a lateral and bounced right up to him. And it was a play that I remember. It was because Jack Pay, I think, was the old Gunnison coach, was the offensive coordinator for that team, and it's something that he had designed, and first time that it had worked. So anyway, it was kind of interesting to see that. The other team thinks it's an incomplete pass, but it's a...
And they kind of slow down, and he takes it and goes.
Yep.
Well, more substitutions here for the Badgers. Number 34, don't have him on the roster. Getting some time at corner. Little moving around. Go ahead, tell us.
Oh, just a big play for BYU.
I know, tell us.
67-yard touchdown pass from Jaron Hall to Neil Pau.
Back to passes Webster. Throws deep down the sideline. Got a man out there, but it's going to be picked off.
That's a good-looking pass right there. That was right to where it needed to be for his receiver, but the Badger defender just better defense that time to intercept that. Trying to get a number here as he's coming off the field.
Oh, sorry.
I missed it. Jackson Smith? I think it's Jackson Smith, yeah.
Okay. I was going to say Alex Morrison, but... Oh, yeah, you're right.
40, man, it's hard to...
43, Jackson Smith.
Yeah, hard to see those numbers, but yep.
You got it.
So 2:22 and 40-second play clock. Should be able to kneel this out. Maybe take a little bit of time when you kneel it out, but...
Well, I remember a bowl game, the Mineral Water Bowl. Keith Uparessa was the coach. The Badgers are trying to run the clock out. They have a lead. But I think they were up by 6. And they actually retreated, took the snap, retreated, tried to run around as much as they could, ended up in the end zone, and then ran out of the back of the end zone. Gave up 2 points.
1 by 4?
And 1 by 4.
Okay, yeah. I was going to say, or did they lose?
No, and 1 by 4.
Yeah.
The Mineral Water Bowl. I can't remember what year that was. But that was an exciting one. I'm trying to even remember where that was. Illinois?
Was that a Gary Chittister and Bob Trithall car drive, or was that a...
Oh, no.
Oh, okay.
No, we flew.
You flew to that one, okay.
Yes.
All right.
Hand off to Mnookin, and Mnookin's going to get pretty good yardage. And they get out of the shadow of their end zone there because they had the ball, about the 8-yard line? And now they're out to the 16.
A little bit of a generous 40-second clock. They let about 8 more seconds run off before they reset that 40-second and shake his hand.
Oh, I think
whoever
Badgers
Nate Johnson has running that in there.
Yeah, Badgers are going into victory formation now to run this one out. And we'll see if Coach Zach Erickson remembers to come up and join us on the postgame show and have a couple of words for us. So your Cougs are now up 14-0.
They went for 2 and ended up getting it. Jaron Hall threw a pass out right side. Katoa looks like takes it in. So 14-0 over the Brad James Mission area Arizona Wildcats. Brad James knows the Tucson area very well.
I've got an uncle in the Tucson area. Went down and visited him when we played at Pima.
Oh, yeah?
Years ago.
Nice.
So the Badgers take a knee, and we're going to just pretty much run this out here, and the Badgers will end up winning at 85-0.
We're going to pretty much talk about travels to Arizona in the past. Sure, yeah, we got a minute left here.
I don't think much is going to happen down on the field here. The Badgers in victory formation, just going to take the snap and take a knee. And run that play clock all the way down. They'll have to run one more play.
Nope, this one. They'll get it down.
6, yep.
40-second play clock. Yep.
Snap. And that's it. So the Badgers do win it, 85-0. And kind of funny that they win it like they do after the inauspicious start. They had their very first possession at their own 27-yard line, fumble it, and after that, never had to punt the ball.
Yeah. First play, definitely the worst play. You got. I'm sorry. I'm watching some of these Gordon guys out here dancing on the field. I don't know what they're dancing for, whatever. But yeah, first play of the game, the worst play, and definitely much better after that.
Right. And everybody got into the scoring. We saw the defense come up with a fumble recovery for a touchdown. Hey, Zach Erickson already. You sprinted up here or something. You want to get this over with?
No, not at all.
Get down and celebrate. I understand. That's cool. So, congratulations. Good win for you guys. Horrible start. We were just mentioning that your very first possession, a fumble, and but the defense stepped up, kept them out of the end zone, and then after that, it was cruise control.
Smooth sailing after that. Yeah, kind of like we talked about in the pregame. First time quarterback, first time running back. Try to get those jitters out of the way, and sure enough, they dropped the ball, and the quarterback says he had it. I don't think he had it. I'll be interested to look at the tape, see what happened. But yeah, after that we kind of got going, and it was okay.
All right. So what do you take from this? What are the things that impressed you most? The question marks that you had coming into here that you feel like maybe got answered?
I think having 4 new guys on the offensive line tonight. And trying to get those guys on the same page, understand where each other fit in all of our schemes. I think we'll be able to get some good stuff off the tape for that. Offensively, we didn't really get to do a lot because,
the defense scored, the special team scored.
It was 40-0 or something, and we had only scored 2 offensive touchdowns. I think, if I remember correctly.
Actually, 50-0.
Yeah. And so, we'll take what we can. We'll get the film uploaded, and we'll get the film watched. And our defense. That's one thing we did learn is our defense is still good. They're still really good.
Really good.
And so we'll glean from that. And there's some things that we can learn from that on the defensive side. Too many penalties, right? I mean, we have a couple of pass interference. We get a roughing the punter. I mean, some inexperience and some of those, really silly penalties that I don't think a team that should be a top team in the country should be making, even in a first game like this. So we got to clean that stuff up, and hopefully we can clean all that stuff up and be able to take a big step forward as we get ready for next week.
Okay, next week you've got Gila River. That's going to be a much better team.
Yes, yep, and they continue to get better every time we play them. Now they've taken kind of a big jump with the academic side, where now they are really trying to monitor that, and that helps their recruiting down there. And so we expect them to be a lot better. They've got guys that had been here with us previously. That have transferred down there, guys that we know of that are really good football players. And so we got to make sure that we clean this up, we put this one to bed, and then we prepare for what should be the best Gila River team we've seen up to this point.
All right, Coach. Thanks for making the run up here, man.
Absolutely.
You made it quick. I was not expecting you to come in that quick.
Hey, no, that's good.
I appreciate it.
Okay, thanks for having
Coach,
me.
and we'll talk to you during the week and
Sounds
be ready
good
for next week.
All right, go Badgers.
All right, thanks, Coach Zach Erickson. And the Badgers come away with a big 85-0 win and prepare for Gila River next week. Brad James, thanks for the stats. We're gonna save that for next week. But Carson Manukin, the big runner, he finishes with 141 yards on carries for Snow College. And all 3 quarterbacks get some time. Svoboda and also Gabe Sweeten got into the ball game. But Carson Manukin, Sione Malisi, Targi Lamson, all with good games, 141, 86, and 85 yards respectively. Greg, any final thoughts?
Well, we're going to give some players
of the game. Yes, we got to. Thank you for reminding me on that. So who do you think? Player of the game? Little Caesars player of the game. Little Caesars makes their dough fresh in-house every day, and they use is 100% mozzarella and Munster cheeses. And we're going to give a $5 large pepperoni or cheese pizza to
Manukin.
Carson Manukin.
Carson
All right.
Manukin, you bet, man. He ran well. Like you said, over 100 yards. How many touchdowns? I had him with two. Yeah, 2 touchdowns. Great job by Manukin.
Okay. So congratulations to him. Now the one that's a little bit tougher here. Sanpete Steel man of the game. Sanpete Steel man of the game is given to a player who makes a tough, gritty play that changes the momentum of the game. Okay,
that's the description we have to use.
I kind of like to go with that.
I'm going to give it to Taylor Larson. We'll say that 2-point conversion that he ran in was the difference. I don't know what's the difference in the game. Who knows? But I mean, the difference in the game is we kicked off. But Taylor Larson had a good game. I was impressed by him. I didn't know the Superman nickname, but he lives up to it. Had a good game as well.
All right, we're going to give it to him. I'm not even. It's not worth.
It's not worth.
Not worth debating.
Yep.
I mean, you could give it to 5 or 6 different players on this. I think.
Tommy McGrath, first game as a college quarterback, comes in and has an excellent game. 3 for 3, 48 yards and a touchdown. Plus, he had a rushing touchdown. Gabe Sweeten, when he ran away from the defense, when he ran that one 40 some odd yards, took it into the end zone. He's a guy that could make a difference for the Badgers as well. So a lot of good players.
Interception return, the fumble recovery, either one of those.
Cortez Hogans, who you talked about quite a bit in the first half, just a difference maker on the defensive line, has to be double teamed probably all season. He's going to need to be. And anyway, just lots of great performances from Badgers tonight.
I agree. So we're going to wrap things up here. Thanks for joining us on Badger Football on the network, the Snow TV network, also on KMTI AM 650 and on Centricom.com. Thanks for all the help that we got here. Jacob Mortensen for running the game, the Stats Master Brad James, and for Greg Sterner, I'm Gary Chedester. Have a pleasant evening, everyone.
You've been listening to live Snow College Badger sports action on KMTI, the sports leader in South Central Utah. This sports broadcast has been brought to you by sports-minded sponsors throughout South Central Utah. Join us again for Snow College Badger sports on KMTI.